What's happening, lads? We're here to tell you about our Patreon membership that starts from just £3 a month. It is the biggest Patreon in the UK and the fastest growing Patreon on planet Earth, kid. Dan, why is that?
You get early access to the public episode. Pubes get it on Monday. You can get it up to 48 hours early.
And on top of that, let me just interrupt you there and say you don't get any adverts on the early access. The YouTube adverts that sort of interrupt the show for the public people. If you watch it via the Patreon app, the adverts aren't there. You get an advert-free early access on top of your bonus episode every single week and all of the specials that we drop one of every single month. Dan, list them.
The Ghost Hunt 2. We've done so many lock-ins and they've got more drunk and more ridiculous and we've got more planned.
The roast of Adam and Dan, blind date. This is all part of the Patreon membership. Everyone from £3 to 5 to 10, even if you sign up for the lowest tier, you get all the bonus content. People get early access to tickets as well.
It's the only way. It's the only way to see us live. Basically, if you're not a patron, you're not going to get to buy tickets to see us live.
Apart from the Arena show, which is on sale right now, it's on sale publicly. You can get tickets at gigsandtours.com. Friday the 9th of December, we changed the UK and worldwide podcast game by throwing the biggest ever podcast party at the Echo Arena. It's not the Echo Arena anymore, it's the M&S Bank Arena, but I don't care. I'm old school. You can get them right now. Tickets are still on sale. Come and join us for the biggest night of this podcast and all of our lives.
Do you know who got the best tickets for that? Patrons, because it was on there first. Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Enjoyed the episode, you filthy animals.
Go ahead.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game with Adam, Dan, Sensei Cal and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped.com, the very best in below-the-belt men's grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Hey, welcome. Well, you know, I personally love working with Adam Rowe, but today I'm so fucking glad he's not here. Because he's touring like a bastard. He's watching Liverpool like he's gone super fun. Like a super fan, hasn't he? He's at every game. He's at every game now.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Just fucking literally doing this. I watched him do it the other day. Like he was like, "Oh, Finn, I need a friend to take to Villarreal. Can I pay for everything?" He was like, "Finn, how much can you afford to pay?" In that voice, because that's how he speaks off camera.
It's funny.
That's his real character. And Finn was like, £300, master. And Adam was like, "Ha ha 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 ha. I'll pay for everything else." Took him to Villarreal. Genuinely, I'm glad he's not, because he loves doing this pod, religiously wants to be at every episode. He'd be a fucking hungover, tired, annoying Liverpool fan, wouldn't he, now?
Last season when they weren't so good, he wasn't at the games. I don't know what the...
Let's not start that. In his place, we've got one of the best, Mr. Seann Walsh.
Thank you.
Mr. Seann J. Walsh.
I want more money.
Okay, you're getting more than anyone's got. I don't know who brokered that deal, but listen, whoever's fucking like, Adam was like, "How much you need, Sean? We'll pay it." Come first class on the train.
Why don't I get headphones?
Do you want them? Adam doesn't like them. He feels constricted.
Why do you constricted?
Yeah.
Why don't
he just gets a little bit like they're in his space. Which I understand, actually. Sometimes...
Do you feel left out?
It looks like you're professional and I'm not professional.
You're taking Adam's seat.
You're very professional, but you're the ringer for Row.
Okay.
So...
All right.
You can have what you want.
You don't have to worry. We do the work here. We're doing the audio.
Yeah.
You just do you.
Yeah,
so welcome to the podcast, everyone. Adam is away. He's been in Villarreal watching Liverpool shit themselves for 45 minutes and then have loads of fun.
Yeah.
He looked like he'd been put in the special needs section with its own glass perspex window, just in case, and then fell out.
Yeah.
So they did really well. He's not here. In his place, Seann Walsh. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Runcorn.
Thank you for having me. It's very good to be here. To warn you, I've not woken up yet, and I don't know if that will happen, but it's not. I think since I got COVID, it's not.
Have you got the cloud?
Is that what it's called?
The fog.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's COVID. COVID haze.
COVID haze. Like the foggy blue.
I think I do. I think I've got the fog. I do.
I got the fog. Who's got the fog?
I'm just a bit slower than I used to be, and I can't tell if it's because of the fog or the age.
I think it might be. I don't know. It may be age.
Did you get it?
Maybe sobering up is terrible for you. Maybe this is an awful thing to say to someone who's cleaned themselves up, but maybe you need a drink, mate. Do you know what I mean? Get that edge back. Get that edge back. Being sober and self-aware is doing nothing for you. I didn't get any fog, but I have heard of it.
That's it.
It's essentially long COVID, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel a bit slower, but I haven't woken up. I don't know. I don't know if it's I haven't woken up. I might just be tired. And I'm
I think it's COVID.
I don't think it's long.
I mean, I went to bed at 4 a.m. and got up at 7:30.
Isn't everyone always tired though?
Everyone is always tired. I'm tired.
Sure, you're always tired, surely.
Oh yeah.
Like if you lay down
Sorry, let's talk to some dog owners about. Oh, are you tired?
I have a cat actually.
Oh, you have a cat and a dog. Oh,
no, dog.
They're like Tom and Jerry, and they wake me up. Oh, are you tired? Did little fucking Baxter wake you up?
You're coming in with a top trumps if I've got kids.
I'm gonna be that guy, but come speak to me, bro. You're on the way to kids. That's definitely happening. And you are, because you're the most grown-up 30-year-old I've ever met. But
why am I on the way to kids? Because I got a dog.
Because I look at your Instagram.
Oh,
and I see the natural progression.
Oh!
You fucking hate social media, but you're so much more open and giving with your dog, who's called, I'm sorry, I forget your blanket.
Mildred Barrett.
Mildred Barrett.
Makes me laugh every time.
A retired geography teacher. Oh, Mrs. Barrett from year 5. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But the way you are on social media with that dog is, I just see the progression coming. Because I'm so, whenever my kids are involved and there's something cute happens, I'm like, if I do something, I feel very like, look at me. If it's my kids involved, I'm like, this is nice. People want to see this. And you're like that with the dog.
Have you been posting the pictures of the kids?
Yeah, a little bit. No,
I wasn't getting. Don't worry, I wasn't
Jesus Christ.
accusing you of anything.
All right, I've been CRB checked.
But the
I don't think you have to be for your own kids, do you?
The Instagram to me is the only. That's your photos folder. That's the only photos you're gonna ever go through. So if you don't put it on the gram, you're never gonna see it again. Yeah. You're never gonna look through your photos.
Oh,
do you never do that when you've got no internet?
What?
When you've got no internet?
Yeah,
you go through your photos to entertain yourself.
Do you click?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You never do that
in your gallery.
If the
you're
internet,
just in your photos, the app, your photos app.
You just go back to like 5 years and go, oh, I remember that, and it entertains you if you've got no internet. Is that just me?
Wait, is that just him?
No, it's not. That's what people do.
No, they don't. You're lying.
This is going to make me sound dead OCD. I love getting Sean annoyed. We've paid quite good money to get him up on the train just to annoy him and record it, which is so beautiful. This is what I dream of in terms of podcasting. Just poke the bear. What? A fuck? What? I got a gallery. I like to go back and then also have a little tidy up.
Yeah, you delete
you've got
duplicates
to
and stuff. Yeah.
Do you not do that?
No.
Oh, it's the best. Go back to like 8 years ago, and it's just, I remember that.
But what do you do when your ex is in the?
Oh, I've been with my girlfriend 11 years.
I got a smartphone about a year and a half, but I haven't had a major girlfriend since I had a smartphone, so that worked out really well. Yeah.
No, I can't go. I can't look at the past.
It's just a sad memory lane. Oh, this is when she tried to stab me that night. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the point where she said my mum was really upset. Oh, brilliant.
So I never delete any. All my WhatsApps groups go back like 15 years. I've got every video and picture ever. I'm that guy who's got everything.
Oh yeah, no, my WhatsApp is full. I wouldn't get rid of that.
No, but I'm the same with every. So if you want something, I've got that video, I've got that picture. I pay for extra storage like every couple of years.
You pay the cloud?
Yeah, I pay like 5 terabytes.
What are you doing?
Oh, I've just gone back.
Yeah, see, it's lovely, isn't it?
Mine goes back to 2017 for some reason. I don't know why I've not got anything before that. And it's Etta when she was just born. And then me when I was thin. Oh, look at that sexy thin cunt.
You look better now.
Oh, no.
You
I give a fuck what people think.
You
do.
I could see my dick back in. Let me just put a date on this. Thursday, April 20th, 2017. Dan could see his penis.
The last time.
Oh, man. It was. And honestly, this is going to be a sad thing. My children will grow and I will grow. Every picture, my children get bigger and I get fatter and fatter till I'm here. Fucking. Actually, you're right.
That's
What?
life.
Yeah.
Do you think life gets worse or better?
I'd imagine I know what you think.
Well, I think this, right? This is your life now. Your life is worse. It's getting worse. Do you ever think about that? Right now, nearer to death.
Like Thanos.
Every single click, we're just getting closer and closer to death.
We're going to have a break. And sneak energy. If you want to enjoy those final seconds. Yeah.
Right now is the
I
oldest.
know what you mean, but I'm a naturally sort of... Don't say that. That's awful. Because I'm already an old cunt.
Right now is the youngest you've ever been and the oldest. No, sorry. The oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be.
Oh, I've never heard that. That was...
Like a weird Rat Pack song.
Have a Word podcast is brought to you by the frightening existential dread of ultimate fucking futility of existence and your demise.
Death?
I used to dread death. I used to dread death a lot. I used to think about death a lot. Like I couldn't sleep because I'd think, oh my God, one day I'm going to die. And then I would imagine what death is, and you can't even imagine what it is because it's nothing. So it's not like being asleep. It's not. It's nothing.
I find that really reassuring.
What?
That it's just...
Have you ever been knocked out?
That it's just nothing.
I have been knocked out. I've been knocked out in a shop trying to save a woman, and the man headbutted me, and I fell down the crisps.
Yeah, that sounds worse than death. That sounds, honestly, just being unconscious and not knowing what's going on is, if that's death, like completely unconscious, that sounds better than being headbutted in a shopping centre and falling down the crisps.
But in that moment, were you awake and then awake again? You don't know what was in between.
Yes.
Well, that's death, isn't it? So you're not going to
know.
know.
Because the death you don't wake up. I woke up in the shop.
Exactly. So you're not going to know you're dead.
Carl, am I dead? No. But for that point, you were just gone.
No, I know, but come on. Don't pretend to me that's not scary. If you found out now you were dying, you wouldn't be happy about it.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to die.
Yeah, thank you.
I find that very scary.
Good.
But actually being dead, you're done. You're done. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it because you can't worry about it because you will be. At the time, I'm talking about now, of course I fear death.
Right, you fear death.
But once it's happened, you're all good.
You're dead forever as well.
You're gone.
You're dead forever.
Yeah, you're dead forever. That's why I couldn't sleep.
You've been dead forever before. You only forever.
Well,
before birth was death. We were dead. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
We were already dead.
Right.
What?
Do you know what I find? As an atheist, of course death is scary.
Yes.
But the finality and the fact that you aren't conscious for the fucking abyss is reassuring.
But you don't
because
know.
you can't be scared. No.
But you don't know.
But every other variation to me is more frightening. Reincarnation. Oh, what a fucking nightmare. Coming back as a squirrel.
And knowing.
Yeah, and knowing.
Oh,
I don't think a squirrel
awful.
knows it used to be Dan Nightingale podcast.
Well, then what's the...
I can't believe this. I used to be co-host of Have a Word. This is just not good enough. I cannot believe this. All I can do now is climb up trees and eat nuts.
Is that squirrel wearing headphones? And he's sat next to an obnoxious scouse squirrel. What are you talking about? Oh, the other one said lad.
What would you want to come back as if you had to come back? If you had to get reincarnated, what would you choose?
I was going to be a bird. Straight away. Flying.
Yeah.
All right, Forrest Gump. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away from here.
Flying?
Yeah.
Come on, it's easy.
Yeah.
I've got there's no trick answer.
I
It's
think
just
what
a
would be
bird.
funny, because do you see Golden Eagle or some beautiful sort of hawk? Because if you come back as a fucking shitty pigeon, that's Seann Walsh. Fucking brilliant. Just some fucked up, dishevelled looking wood pigeon in West London.
Fucking hell, why isn't anyone giving me any fucking bread? All I want is some fucking bread. Give me some fucking bread. Come on, white bread.
It'd be one of them ones that's got its foot stuck in like wiring. Oh, the saddest pigeon of all. Malcolm the Mongie pigeon. Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
You've been on the tube and a pigeon's got on.
I love
See,
that.
this is the thing. This is the thing.
Bowler hat and suitcase.
No, it's great. I watched a pigeon get on, not fly on, just hop onto the tube. Got to the next stop, walked back out. I'm not even joking.
I hope he knew what he was doing.
I'm not even joking.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oyster card and everything. Oh God.
Yeah. Right. So you fear.
So death.
Right. Back to death. You fear dying. You don't fear death. You fear dying. This is what I was thinking about recently. Is I don't want a warning if we're going to get nuked by Putin. I don't want the sirens. Why would I want to know that? Just end it. Yeah. I just want to hear the noise. Back. Turn round. Oh fuck. Out.
Yeah.
Done. I don't want. 100%. And you go, oh shit!
What would you do though if you heard that noise and you've got half an hour? What are you doing?
Everyone's like, who would you ring? Can you imagine if I just went to the garden office and cracked one out? If I heard the sirens wouldn't be finished, and I would already be on the phone to a drug dealer going, I don't give a shit if I'd been in therapy. Get your ass around here. He's like, yeah, I know, but there's only half an hour to live. I don't care. Come and spend it with me. Just be me coked up in my garden office with the kids banging on the window like, Daddy, Daddy. It's the end. Like, shut up.
So you'd have a coke wank. Sean, what would you do?
Do you know what? In all seriousness, it's something that I've always wanted to do. Is I'd run. That's it.
Towards Russia.
No, I'd run.
Lean in.
No, but I would wanna. Can you imagine that run? What do you think? I'm gonna fucking make it. Run. Just imagine running away from a mushroom cloud. Imagine that fucking selfie. Run. Definitely run.
Yeah, what? Just in what you're wearing, or would you put running kit on?
No, just.
Because I'd be
wasted 10 minutes.
I'd be the kind of cunt who was like, I'd be halfway into my running lycra as the fucking atomic bomb hit, and I'd be like, oh God, I could have been running.
Oh,
I'd finally throw my keys off a bridge.
Right.
Been wanting to do it forever.
what?
Do you know when you walk across a bridge or you're in the car?
Yeah.
Do you get the urge to throw your keys out the window?
Siren goes off. Serica goes, apparently it's hitting Liverpool. We've got to drive quickly. And you'd be like, oh, fuck. Babe. I've got something to tell you. Trying to escape the nuclear apocalypse on a bus.
But someone could run away from a mushroom cloud. Someone could do it. The mushroom cloud has to end at some point, right?
Yeah.
So if someone near the end did run out of that, what circumference, is that the word?
Yeah.
Then they would have ran away from a mushroom cloud.
I don't think you want to be breathing heavily around a mushroom cloud. Yeah, did you get away from the nuclear politics? Like, day 3 of toxic fucking emphysema.
But there is a moment where the toxicity ends.
Yeah, there was
Yeah, the moment where the toxicity ends, there would be a light breeze. That's where the toxicity would end. Anything that looks like the end of the mushroom cloud, you are fucked. Your dick falls off within 3 days because of the radiation. I would imagine. I'd go dick first. Who would you ring if you had... Oh, I love that question. We get that. We get that on the email once a month and on the Patreon. If the world was to end in half an hour, who would you phone? Like, I'm going to be like, I would phone my school friend who hasn't answered the last 6 times I've called him. Bondi.
Do you remember the sex
Pick up
line
the phone,
when
you
you were
twat.
a kid?
The what?
You used to ring the sex line when you were a kid.
Oh, wait,
Oh, it's in 2029.
just ring Babe Station.
No.
Enter the world. £1.50 a minute, enter the world. It's all right, babe. Yeah, what you doing? It's the end of the world. I'm fucking wanking. I'm wanking my pussy. I've got my tits out.
You're too good at that.
My Babe Station. What? I'm so ill.
Did you not ring the sex line? You were a kid?
The Irish sex line still makes me laugh. Someone reminded me of it recently. Like, oh, hello now. You're through to the old Irish Babe Station. Fucking look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Pay fucking €2 a minute. I'll get me old nipples out.
What was the sex line? You mean pre-Babe Station?
No, it wasn't a... What the fuck are you drinking there, Carl Paul?
What is going on?
Benelin. Dad elected to part it. Have you heard me coughing?
Yeah, you do sound
like I've been
husky.
running around the mushroom from before.
No, the sex line was a sex advice cut-free line, but we used to just ring it from the phone box when we were kids. 0800 28 29 30, and we'd ring up and just think we were the funniest people in the world.
Yes.
But obviously they got that call 14 times a minute.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Sorry, what was this?
Did you never
There was a sex advice helpline.
0800 28 29 30, so it was free in a phone box.
So you rang.
So you go to the phone box with your mates and go, I've got a maggot, I've got a maggot, my Willy's too small, help me out.
And they were like, oh, cool.
But it was
and they were like, hiya, Dan. There's a limit of what we can do, mate. You've called 8 times this week.
But when
It's
you're
not
a
going
kid,
to
it's
get
the
bigger.
funniest thing in the world.
Right.
Ordering takeaways for neighbours, and then watching the man arrive with a massive order.
You are talking to the pro of that.
Yeah.
We ordered a skip to across the road once, 80-ton skip, whatever it was.
Fuck.
No, you definitely didn't.
Oh no, we fucking
No,
did.
you didn't.
We did.
Because an 80-ton skip would literally
Whatever the
drop
biggest-
on the whole cul-de-sac and then, fucking hell, Carl and Adam, do not mess around with the pranks.
Whatever the biggest
an 8
skip.
ton. An 8
ton.
ton.
And because nobody doesn't want a skip when it comes, he dropped it off and he went, we haven't ordered it. He was like, well, I've got another job to go to. And he just left it there for a week. And people in the road just kept putting stuff in it. I don't know who paid for it. We used to order.
Oh, there's an old girl around ours who's definitely got old OCD. Since we lived there 3 years. She's had a skip twice, and it's almost like, you know, when someone, this is a bit bleak, but gets like hit by a car, and there's a little shrine develops of flowers and like sometimes a football jersey and everything. She barricades the skip. She puts a tarpaulin over the top and puts cones around it to stop anyone fly tipping in it.
That'd make me want to do it.
I know, but and she I've seen her I've never seen this woman. She must be about 60, 65. Never seen this woman hanging around outside a house. When she's had a skip, I've seen her like an unusual amount of time. I think she just stands around it. She's so mental. She's like, I've got a fucking skip because we're clearing out the garage. But she obviously mad about people just throwing shit, like a bit of litter. So she guards it and like barricades it with stuff. Fucking mental.
That is one of the great pleasures of life, is chucking something away in a skip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you've just got something and there happens to be a skip and, ooh, lovely.
Yeah.
Or best bin. I've got a best bin. When you're in a train station, or the street actually, and it's the man pushing the bin.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to go,
Hang on, do you ask though?
yes,
Yeah, you've got
always.
to ask.
You've got to ask.
You can't just Steph Curry it from fucking 8 feet out.
What a miss.
Moving tarmac like Tom Brady and training like, oh, here we go. Oh, sorry. My bad.
That is a good bin.
And he knows it's a great bin. He knows what's coming, but you've got to ask it anyway. And I've never finished that sentence. You just go, excuse me, so do you mind if I?
Yes, of course.
Do you mind if I? And he goes,
Your powers of observation.
We've
sir.
also
Over.
ordered a bouncy castle to my friend's house. We ordered it at 7 a.m. and said it's for his son's birthday. Let yourself in and put it up. And he just woke up and there's a big bouncy castle in his back garden. We all just went round and went on it.
Hey, but that's fucking great.
yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, but his mum and dad woke up like, why the fuck is there an inflated bouncy castle in the
I
garden?
don't see who's paying for that. They can be like, show me where we ordered this.
Them.
The guy was like, someone's got to pay
That's
for
the
it.
trick. You order things where people don't usually prank. Because pizzas and stuff, they're used to it.
Yeah.
But people expect to be paid for a skip or a bouncy castle or meat. We've ordered meat as well once.
Meat.
Just like a meat supplier, we'd order it to someone's house.
How did you have a phone?
Perishables are good.
How did you have access to a phone? Like, you literally nearly got a fucking Asbo from trolling Les Dennis.
We used to play Neil or No Neil. Ever played that?
I love Neil or No Neil.
What's that?
You
Neil
ring
or
him-
no Neil?
You ring a random number and say it's Neil there, and if he's there, you get a point. I was 2-1 up. In about 18 months, I was winning 2-1. When you get the Neil,
How can you be 2-1 up? That suggests that there's like 60% of people in the country are called Neil.
no, we would ring like 50 numbers.
Oh,
a
right,
day.
right. Okay, good. You weren't, the average wasn't like, I've rung 3 people, 2 of them were called Neil. That's a high return.
Important question, and this is the kind of thing I think about a lot, is that was fun, right?
Yeah,
You had a good time.
absolutely.
Treasured memories.
Yeah.
Why have you stopped? Why do we stop? Would that not be fun now? Why have you stopped ordering a skip to someone's house? Why do we stop these? Is it because we know that it's not going to affect anything moving forward? We know that it's futile, it's pointless. There's no point.
I know where this woman lives that gets weird about skips. I now realise that we should order a skip for her house.
You have to.
Get it parked outside
film it.
and see, just through muscle memory and the fact that she's a mad old bat, she starts defending it out of just like, well, it's a skip. I have to.
I must defend it.
Graham, get the cones.
It's like, though, why do we grow up? I don't want it.
Yeah, that still sounds fun, and yet I'd go, nah, I don't bother.
Stupid. But it's so fun.
But is it because we're now older and we have felt just through the fact of being alive, we have felt pain, we have felt annoyance, we felt all the negative things more in our life. So you're just more empathetic. So you're like, no, that will because we can imagine the ordeal.
Why didn't you order the skip for the neighbours across the road?
Exactly. Because we're all gonna die.
Well, maybe that's the reason why you should. Because why didn't you order the skip? Well, because we're all gonna die. Yeah. Right. Okay. Bouncy castle skip. I think they're a fucking. When people use the bins, when people do that thing of throwing in a shit in a bin, I don't mind it. I don't mind people. You know when people go mad about, oh my god, you threw something in my bin. I don't care.
In your front garden.
I don't give a fuck.
As long as it's not
better on the floor, better than on the floor, isn't it? People get mental about that. When they've put the bins out and they're like, no, you don't use my bin, that's my bin.
The recycling bin does my head in. I'm a new homeowner and that annoys me. Because I've only got a finite amount of that.
What, when someone puts something that's not recyclable in
No, when someone puts something like a big box in my bin, I've seen it happen.
Oh no, that is
irritating. Because now I've lost bin space.
Right. You see, I think there's a correlation between your question and that statement. Like, why have you stopped ordering bouncy castles? He's like, actually, it is very annoying when someone puts a large box, even though it is in the right recyclable area. Yeah. That is frustrating to me. Yeah, it's the growing up, isn't it?
That is an adult phrase. I've lost bin space. Yeah. That is an adult phrase.
I feel awful.
I think life insurance is the point where... where you go, oh, shit off, I'm an adult. When you're betting against your own existence.
Yeah, but you're worth loads of money,
I know, but it's not that. There's moments where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. I want to play like footy on the green in front of my house for 5 hours and not drink any fluids for the whole time, just because that's what you do. I watch the kids. And then what you're actually doing is like, maybe I will get contents insurance as well. Oh God, there's a bundle, Laura. There's a bundle. Shoot me in the fucking head, and you've got to do it.
It just it happened. You can't escape it. Standing outside an estate. Have you done this? Just stopped and looked at pictures of houses,
even though they can't afford them.
Can't afford them.
Yeah, because they're lovely.
Outside an estate agent.
Yeah. I just point to
you said just as estate. I was like,
did I?
Carl, do you ever just get to an estate and think, God, these people are rough?
How do they live like this?
God, I wouldn't want to be around here.
I love doing it in London, mate. In like expensive boroughs, you're like, well, that's 6 million.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
So my mate Matt that I've mentioned before got put up while he was doing a barrister training. Got put up in London in Kensington,
lovely,
just near the V&A and the Natural History Museum.
Yeah.
And honestly, from that tube station, just a quick sort of 3-minute walk. The flats must have been built 40 years ago, 60s, 70s maybe, no older than that. Weren't particularly nice. I'm sure they were all worth £900,000. The Navy were renting one of these. Apparently this happens all over. They rent, the forces do this. I'm sure big companies do as well. The walk from the tube station to that flat, and then he had a pub that he liked that was around like as if you're walking towards Chelsea. I think it was absolutely unreal. It was like you were walking in a made up land. And then we do that thing of like, have you just checked house prices round here?
Yeah.
And the flats were 3.5 million on the walk from South Kensington Tube Station to where his flat was. That you walk past an old, like in Oliver, you know, and like, who will buy? Who will buy? And it's all these amazing like Georgian terraces. It was that 3.5 million for a flat.
Yeah.
And the best is that look from the locals who actually own these properties. When they see your fat northern tubby ass waddling through like, oh good God, what are you doing here? Oh dear. Bringing down house prices with your big, bald, northern, stupid head. Dreadful. And I used to go jogging round there when I stayed over, because I'd stay over for like a run of gigs. And how bad I look in like lycra and my jogging kit, and like how red-faced I go, you know, because the life expectancy is low. Not if you're Aviva. I'm a very healthy person. Because I don't want that life insurance validated by the fact I'm drinking Sneak at 41. Use word 10, content discount code. And yeah, it's you can see the look of fear in their eyes, like, oh my God, you're actually bringing down our house prices, you fucking scummy twat.
You still jog?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Do you like it?
I just want to be ready for the apocalypse, you know? Oh, look at Nightingale. Yeah.
Street running is my least favourite thing to do in the world.
Yeah, it's because, I don't know.
I sing.
You sing
For
when you
running.
run.
Yeah, I sing.
Bullshit.
28 minutes.
I get the endorphins. They hit me so hard that I end up singing.
Oh my God.
What?
Aloud.
I've just
out
realised.
loud.
I've just realised that everything I was saying about that South Kensington tube station and walking the thing, like Sean was like, "Yeah, isn't that just every walk I ever do in West London?" And when I run, I sing, and you're like, "Oh yeah, we're from very fucking different places."
I
Like,
do,
Look at
yeah.
the Scousers, like, "Lad, what? That's essentially a fucking sex crime." Who will buy this wonderful morning? Shut up, you paedophile! My bad. Wrong Kensington.
So you run around the streets
Hyde
singing.
Park. And I'll sing sometimes if it, your heart rate really goes up, the adrenaline kicks in, you
course,
feel good.
Yeah, it's London running, isn't it?
Sing. You got to sing.
And then someone else running harmonises with you, and then you run a...
Barbershop quartet. What kind of music?
How do you
Electronic
run?
too.
I run tenor, but my friend Dave, he runs bass, and we're looking for a soprano. You fucking...
Blink 182.
yeah,
He loves Blink 182.
I know, yeah. I'll run and sing Blink 182.
Right, I'm doing it again.
What?
You're explaining yourself properly, but I don't believe you, and I don't... even if it's fake, I love it.
It's absolute. No, you just run and like and the sun's out and you've had some good news and you're running and
Oh, the good news run. I love how you run, Sean, away from your death, and also like, oh shit, I'm going to tax rebate.
Hang on, so you get amazing news and go for a run, and then you get the awful news of nuclear holocaust and go for a run.
whatever it is, I will run. I don't drink. What else? I don't drink. There's nothing else to do apart from run. That's it.
What Blink 182s you go to? Good, you've had some good news. You sun is shining. You're out.
So, do you know Damn It? No. Damn. So like. Do you
Did you make that noise?
Yeah, I do make that noise.
You must look so
It's
special.
alright to tell me what you think about me. I won't try to argue.
Is there something about being sat there that makes everyone just go insane? Like, I feel like there's a gift I can give Sean that apparently no one's explained to him, that you're allowed to listen to music while running. What? Sean, like a fucking lunatic. Like, I don't listen to music, I sing it.
I'm singing too
All
much.
the small things. That guy really needs some AirPods. She left me roses by the stairs. Anyone? Thank you, Hyde Park. Surprises let me know she cares. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, those are the,
While you're listening to music.
while I'm listening
You
to
didn't
music,
explain it.
I'm not. I don't talk enough. Honestly, when I'm doing like this or doing a podcast or do a work doing stand-up, it's the only time I talk. I don't talk. There's no one to talk to. So I've forgotten how to talk, which I think is the long COVID, the cloud, the fog.
The fog.
Whatever the fuck it is.
I'm on the cloud. Everything uploaded to the COVID cloud. Yeah. Nana's pictures didn't make it.
So I don't talk a lot.
Right.
Can you tell?
You're very good at talking though, Sean.
Can you tell?
You're very good at talking.
Okay, good.
Hey, do you know what I noticed watching your special Kiss?
Oh, what did you? Oh no.
It's excellent.
And you're very perceptive, so I'm worried.
Oh, well, thank you. No bullshit there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. You left. So I'm doing my tour in September, and I'm recording it at the end of it. I've got 2 recordings though. I've got the afternoon, which and all tickets are still available to the afternoon. It's been a little bit slow. My special is going to look weird when everything's going well, and then I cut to a room full of 40 people going, "Fucking hell, what should we get for tea?" So there's an afternoon show and an evening show. Did you, when you recorded Kiss,
Yes.
which by the way was brilliant,
Thank you.
and really interesting? Because as someone who's known you for a long time, we've always got on well as stand-ups, but we've never been close mates.
I know. We never got to really do weekends together and hang out.
Yeah, so we saw each other occasionally,
Yeah.
always liked your work. And obviously everything that happened with the Strictly shit is very high profile, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you want to reach out and be like, all right, and then I didn't know you well enough. To have it, like, just from a selfish point of view, to have it all explained was really satisfying. Like, it's a very funny show.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. And it's just a great special. But it's also actually very satisfying to go, and now I know what Seann went through, because I sort of always wanted to know. You recorded it at the Bill Murray in Angel.
Yeah.
In that there London town.
Yes.
You only did one recording.
Yes.
And you left those moments where some guy joined in and heckled, and
he was on his own, and he was seemingly off his face, and it felt like he had just snuck in, like he didn't know who I was or what the night was. It was like it was shelter
on a special recording.
Yeah, I know. But
can you imagine if you got heckled? You got any change? No, that's great. Yeah. I love the bit about the panic attack in Notting Hill. Can you spare £1.50?
What do you do for a living?
Nothing. Here's money, please.
There's just a pigeon next to him watching. Yeah, they really know. They really know the comedy.
What people don't know about that show is, and have you ever done a story show, by the way? Because I hadn't.
So, not as in-depth as the story of Kiss, which is, I know you do some brilliant bits about how you got into stand-up, why you got into stand-up, and you pepper the special with some excellent bits that could actually be done independent of it.
There was one routine. There was one routine in it which is about when you're a kid kicking the ball against the fence, like keeping the neighbours up. That was meant to be in the show that was going to be the show that toured after Strictly.
Right.
You know, like the show.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep some of that in to kind of appease anyone that liked what I did before.
No, there was loads of bits of stand-up bits.
Yeah.
I have done a story show, but it was peppered with more bits. It was a loose thing to hang a story on about me ending up living in my nana's bungalow with my family in St Anne's, and I used that to just do a lot of my favourite stand-up.
Yes.
I was trying to do the thing at Edinburgh where you satisfy the critics and all the comics and promoters who were like, well, what's it about? But I also wanted people, because I was down on Cowgate, and there's loads of Scottish people like, I don't give a fuck about your nana. Like, they just want to see some comedy.
Yeah.
So, but Kiss was more story.
Well, the thing is, right, so what I thought that having gone through something like that, and I've said this a few times, not here, but when I went through that thing that you glance at in the papers. Do you know what I mean? Like you walk into a petrol station, you see the tabloids there on the side in that box thing, and you kind of glance at it and you never think about it ever again. And you never fucking ever imagine that you're going to be the guy. You're going to be going through that. You couldn't, even when you agreed to do Strictly, whatever, maybe I was a fucking idiot and naive, but you just never think that's going to be you.
Well, is it because you see it and it's almost like it's not humanized, is it? It's not people, it's just stories, and it's just almost like you don't connect it with the devastation and stress that those people are going through.
They live in fucking mansions and have swimming pools and all of the.
They deserve it.
They deserve. Take them down. But it doesn't. It feels otherworldly. And then you're going through it, and I thought, oh, we're in a unique position where we do stand up, and I can kind of tell people what it's like to actually be going through this fucking nutty story.
Yeah.
But so I came. The story was there. I didn't have to write the story. It wasn't like I went, right, how can I have a story and hang these bits off it? It was like, which bits do I not say? I had to decide what do I keep out. So you tell the story, and then you don't do it for 2 years because, and I don't imagine you will have ever had this. When I did Edinburgh, you're doing it every night. You're telling these bits that are actually like some of the lowest points in your life. And everyone's laughing, but you're telling it every night. And you've completely forgotten why it's funny. So there are bits like where I'd be turning round and I'd be like doing the joke, and then I'd turn around and be like,
Why? Because it was too real.
Because you're just having to relive this fucking horrific moment. So, but then the special, when we recorded it, it had been 2 years since I'd said it, and I just wanted one go. That's why I didn't do it in 2 nights or anything like that. I just wanted one shot, adrenaline fueled. That performance, obviously I've seen it in the edit.
It was very real.
it's real and it's intense, and it's because it's all come back for one night only.
Oh, so
you know
it's
what
not
I
the
mean?
end of a run. It was genuine.
No, it's no end of a run. I've not said it in 2 years. So it's all coming back, and it's coming because you tried to not think about it. It's now just the intensity. If I look at it and I see a clip or something, you go, I wouldn't have, if I'd done that twice, that would be half of it.
No, you
would be
didn't smooth
fake.
it out. I found it captivating. Now this feels like a dig, and it's absolutely not.
No,
I've
sure
laughed
it's not.
more
No.
at other specials.
Sure.
There are some
I
very
can
funny
imagine.
moments, but it's like Edinburgh gets absolutely slated for this. Like, well, it's not funny, but like that special, pound for pound, laughs wise, will not register with people's like top 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But in terms of how captivated I was,
Watchable, yeah.
so watchable. Two real reasons. I mean, Sean's fucking great at what he does.
Aye.
2 real reasons. Because of the way you filmed it, and now I know, because I was like, fuck, this feels really, is visceral the right word? Like I was,
Yeah.
as a comic, I was like, God, it's well filmed. Whoever
His
did,
Horatio Gould. Did you know
Yeah,
Horatio? He's 24.
I've seen some of his
That's a
social
big
media
fucking
stuff.
24.
Is it him that does the social media stuff, like every TV show?
Yeah. He's brilliant.
He's really,
And he's just made the thing. He just made the thing with Finn Taylor, friend of the.
Oh,
podcast.
that was so fucking good.
oh my God, has he done that as well? Well,
Yeah.
Oh, he's talented, him.
Very
Mate,
talented.
our mates are nailing this.
Yeah.
It was.
It's
was
polished and raw at the same time.
Yeah, but it's the story. I wanted to hear the story. If you'd have tried to shtick it up a bit more and be like, hey, let's jazz this up, and like, and I tell you what, you did brilliant. You and Horatio.
I know that we're saying that seriously.
I love Horatio. Hi, Horatio. Shout out Horatio. I'm sick of saying that on the pod. Loads of our patrons are called Horatio, aren't they?
It's like John, isn't
You
it?
have to put the initial afterwards. Horatio from Kirby, who died in year 5. It was the way you filmed the panic attack at the start, and you that was really well done. I watched it. I was like, the special starts. I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but you're like, what are we doing here? And then it really sets the tone for the reality. I think if you watch a comedian tell a story, it's obviously we're good storytellers. It's what we do. It's what we like. You're a storyteller. You're an observationalist. But that bit where you literally show the bit in Notting Hill where you lay down on the street, it really makes it makes it real.
So tell you why I did that is because I feel like we're doing like one of those, like actors' studio shows where they talk about how they got into the performance.
Well,
You're gonna love that.
I love that shit.
Like a lot of our lot want it to be funny, and we've definitely ticked that box already today, haven't we? But we get so many emails going, fuck, I'm really getting into stand-up and I really want to understand it. You can see it in the questions we get sent.
But is that if you took that true story, there have to be moments that I don't choose because obviously that story did involve other people. So you have to take out basically anything that would bring them into it, whether you are still, whether you are going out with them or not. You can't.
And she's here tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But what I felt is that if it's just the show, if we just have the stand-up show, please welcome Seann Walsh, I come out, then what you are performing is a show. And you will never, is it really me or is it a show? Is it an act? What is it? And I thought if we begin the show with me in real life, in the place where I had a panic attack the night before doing the Charleston in front of 5 million people, and you get to see me in the real world starting off this story, and then we cut to the show, it will blend that together, and it will kind of take away that I mean, I don't really know how to articulate it, but just that feeling of it's just a show. It's not just a show.
It's your
this
life.
was my life.
Yeah, I think the way you bookend that special, go and watch Kiss. You'll find it on Sean's YouTube, and it really is a fucking great way to spend an hour. And we'll put it in the descriptions of the YouTube and the audio. The way you bookend it, really, I'm nicking it, by the way. I think it's fucking great.
Do it.
Oh yeah, like
100% do it.
It would be way less dramatic, but my special will start with like, here we are, this is the garden office, this is where I took cocaine and wanked for 7 hours. And it was here that he ran out of moisturiser and started using sun cream. And I don't know if you've ever masturbated with SPF 50, but it's quite claggy. And there'll be just that real moment, I'll be like, yeah, you know, that's my reality. And then cut to like, hi Chester, and there'll be 23 people because it's an afternoon show that's not sold.
Is your willy brown, Dan? Or white? Or pink?
I think bruised is the word.
What colour's yours?
It's brown. No one's got a white willy, even as a white man.
Right. Okay.
Is that what?
Yeah, but
I don't know the answer.
Mine's brown, but it's not because of genetics. It's habitual.
I mean, your t-shirt's probably a bit too brown, but it's browned and it gets browner.
What do you mean it gets browner?
It's like a banana. It ages, doesn't it? But like faster than your body.
Do you know what would be good if we just let that hang and just don't comment on it? Really? Have you got a dark?
My penis is significantly darker than the outer, like the skin around it. Yeah, like my legs.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it on mine. Mine looks like a 72-year-old sailor like dick. It's seen some things. My dick is older than me.
That's what I mean.
Like if you did an autopsy, they'd be like, "Well, he's a 41-year-old man, but this penis looks like a Chilean miner's." Oh my God, how old?
Oh no, but your penis is older than your body, 100%.
Yeah, it's just because
it looks it anyway.
Considering it's been hiding.
Yeah.
Mine's like an abused mole. It's like,
considering it's always away.
hello, sir.
Just saying.
All right, cool. Well, watch Sean's special, and after the break, we're going to look at Carl's brown old dick.
Oh.
It's time to talk about trimming your pubes. It absolutely is. Summer's coming. Who wants sweaty bollocks? I know I don't.
Oh, it's not me. I swear to God, of all the sponsors we got, Manscaped is one of my favourite. They got on board early. They've supported this podcast. We want you to support them because they've been so amazing to us. But I believe in this product. It is the best pube trimmer I've ever used. And it's our family pube trimmer. That sounds grim, but it's not. Everyone, just me and Laura. It's not everyone in the family. It's not like my mother-in-law as well. But she should use it because it's that good. It doesn't clip your balls. And my mother-in-law has got balls. And she's always like, oh, I've clipped my balls. I'm like, Jude, stop clipping your balls.
Do you know, a couple of weeks ago, I actually forgot to take this away with me on a week-long section of the tour and had to buy another Manscaped, like another a trimmer that isn't a Manscaped one. And I cut my sack open and it bled in the shower. You don't get that with Manscaped because it's got skin-safe technology. And as part of the Performance Package 4.0, you get the Lawnmower 4.0, their latest model. You get the Weed Whacker, which does your ear and your nose and that.
Good.
You get the Ball Deodorant, the Ball Toner. You get the Boxies, which, by the way, might be the comfiest Boxies in the game.
They're good.
The best than Calvin's. The best than Calvin's. I'll say that right now. And our listeners, as always, you get 20% off. You get free worldwide shipping. Manscaped are our lead sponsor, and we're proud to have them on board because their products are absolute top notch. Go to manscaped.com now, and at the checkout, use the promo code WORD20, 20% off, and send this to all your mates. Because no, you don't want to be the only one walking around in the summer, and everyone's like, oh my God, how are you got jeans on? It's too hot.
Because they can't get it over their pubes.
Help your mates wear jeans whenever they want.
And
they
your
can wear
mother-in-law
shorts as well. You want your balls to be nice and trim. They can do the little top bit, your little afro on top of your cock, and shave whatever you want. You will not snag the bag or your skin with Manscaped.
Manscaped.com, word 20.
Go ahead.
When Jesus walked, oh, happy days.
Copyright strike, careful.
Oh, yeah, because I do hold a tune. And, you know,
Too good at singing, copyright strike.
just a little bit too good. This podcast is brought to you by the love and faith of our Saviour, Lord and Jesus Christ. All right, okay, words. nearly used them well and then I didn't. Oh, we've got some correspondence, Sean.
Let's do it.
And the people have got some questions for you. Sean, when did you get into comedy? And who were your biggest influences?
That's not
when
a
you
quick.
No, of course it's not.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out any student journalist. If you ask that question, we think you're a dick. Who were your biggest influences? Tell me, how did you get into comedy?
How would you describe you?
That's the word.
What's your worst ever gig?
I had gambling debts to the Yakuza, and they were like, you're going to do some comedy. And I did. I danced for them. you know, and that was how I started out in Tokyo.
Fuck off.
Late 90s. Yeah. You're going to make me laugh, funny man. That's what they said.
In English?
No, that guy was French. I'm just not good at accents. He was a weird French head of the Yakuza.
Like in Rush
He was
Hour?
like, bonjour, motherfucker. Like that, yeah.
Right.
Stop talking, Carl. I will.
Have you ever done a runner from a gig? I did my first runner.
Let me give you an applause.
Thank you.
15 years in, he's running from gigs.
Yeah.
I came here to share ideas. Good day to you. No, thank you, Guildford. Yeah,
Sean, you run from everything. We've made that quite clear now.
I know. But I'm at that point.
Where's the headliner? All the things.
Think of doing a charity gig at the Camden Roundhouse, right? To anyone listening, charity gig, just a normal gig. Yeah. It's just the proceeds go to charity. Turn up at the Camden Roundhouse, walk it. It's 10 p.m. I walk in. It is a corporate. It is a black tie dinner event.
Go fuck yourself.
Cabaret tables. People aren't facing the stage. There's music. It's the band from Strictly Come Dancing.
Fuck.
Oh.
Right?
Hello, mate.
I know, a long time no see.
Where have you been? Lying down in Notting Hill?
So, okay, Ed Gamble's on, right? Ed Gamble's closing.
Oh,
yeah?
He loves it. He loves it. Oh, Gam dogs.
He keeps on calling it a corporate. I'm
Right.
calling it a charity gig.
Right.
So I've not had the bollocks to ask him. I think Ed was getting paid. And I think I was doing it for free.
Oh,
This
yeah.
isn't why I did the runner.
Hey, hang on. First of all, you don't need to, like, you are justified instantly with the running, so don't feel like there's no judgment. But if Ed Gamble is calling it a corporate,
He's calling it a
he got paid £2,000 minimum. So what the fuck? How have you been dragged in?
I'm complaining about it. We go, should we have enough? Should we pop our heads at pop?
Shall we Papa Boobadee up?
Shall we papa?
It's a fundraiser for Papa Boobadee up.
He's dead?
Stop doing this with African footballers who I love.
Papa Boobadee Up is dead. Died about 5 years ago.
Shh.
Oh no.
No, stop it.
Well, I don't know who that is.
No, Carl keeps... No, stop upsetting me about... Hang on, we're mid-story. We're all coming back.
What are you doing?
No, you're not.
Papa Boobadee Up dead. How did the former Premier League player die?
Oh no.
He's a was now on Wikipedia. Death. A long illness. In his hometown.
That's really...
his widow, his son and daughter were present during his...
That's really cut into the anecdote about running away from a kid.
Did you just explain how funerals go? His widow and children were there at the funeral. Bit maverick there. I tell you what about the Boobadee Ops. They do funerals a little bit conventional.
But yeah.
I'm dedicating this whole episode to Papa Boobadee Up. Can we all... This one's for you, Papa Booba.
Papa Boopa.
I genuinely didn't know PBD. That's why, because I loved him so much.
So good.
Yeah.
Right, apologies. Sorry.
So-
You're at the Roundhouse. Ed Gamble's getting fucking dala.
Yeah. So we walk into the room, and I just suddenly, I can see it. I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna film it. They're gonna post it online. The Strictly Band are here. I can't. This is bringing back all sorts. I can't do this. I got to the organizer. She says it's running late. My stage time is now 10:30 p.m. They've been drinking since 6.
Of course they have. Yeah.
I say to this woman,
For charity.
Yes, I say, sorry, I've got a wild idea. How about maybe as it's running late that I don't go on? And she goes, oh no, you have to go on. And I go, I just don't think it will benefit anyone. You know, it will. You're great. I mean, that's got nothing to do with it. Believe me, I really don't think I should go on. And she went, oh, go on. And she went, what's the problem? And I realised you can't, if people don't do comedy, you can't. She said, sorry, I just remembered, she went, there's a mic and people. And you're like, no, it needs more than just a microphone.
You've got it then. You've got it then.
Yeah.
That's why I closed Nelson Mandela's funeral. Because, I was there. There was a mic and people. Of course. And I love EDL meetings as well. I do 20 minutes because there's a mic and people.
Yeah.
You fucking twat.
So I said, you're right. Actually, ignore me. Sorry, bit of a panic. No, I'll do the gig. Yeah. She took me to the dressing room. So she took me to the dressing room. I walked in, grabbed my rucksack. I went, see you later, Ed. And I ran.
Could you just take me to the dressing room and show me where the fire exits
I
are?
did.
Now, can I just ask a question? Because I'm very big, this is just me, Seann Walsh, talking, very big on fire safety. Are these fire exits alarmed? Okay. Oh, they're not. Cool. Well, I'll just say hello and goodbye to Ed Gamble. Hi, Ed.
Gone.
Talking about I think I've mentioned it on the pod before. These corporate charity events do exist. They are awful looking. There's one in Manchester that Justin Morehouse roped me into. Now, I'll say this about Justin Morehouse, who is one of our early guests. He's been very good to me over the years, been a real big brother to me in comedy, and has, because of that, gone,
Tell you what, I'll take you one of these gigs that pays very well. You know, Friday afternoon, big hotel in Manchester. They know me, they like me, you know?
and I tell you what they feel about me. They don't know me or like me. That's very much the vibe. He gets paid bank because he's Justin Morehouse. Around the Northwest, the big dogs are Jason Manford, Justin Morehouse. They're like,
Oh, yeah, we know them. We like them. They're like us. They're Mancunian businessmen.
cigars.
Well, we smoke inside. It's the North. Go fuck yourself. I own the building. I'll burn it down.
Dem Petty.
And they got me involved and some other fuckwit, and just walked out. And it's amazing when you gigging in those corporate-y environments. They're like, yeah, it's a charity fundraiser, but it's a black tie corporate event. It's a 3-course meal, and they pay 10 grand for the table. So, so someone that Carl's got a discount from, some fucking major business.
Classic football shirt.
Yeah. No, but
He was called Carl
like,
10.
Oh, yeah. The solicitors. Yeah, they're all on that table.
and they're like,
Vincent Solicitors.
they bid for like football shirts.
Ryan Giggs hit someone in this shirt. Yeah, fucking 50 grand.
And obviously you don't know any of these people. And I went out pretty confident because I've been doing stand-up a while. This is about 5 years ago. So I'm at the 15-year mark. I'm not a child. I felt like a fucking open spot. Felt like an open spot. It was just a sea of dads. And then I looked down in the front row and it was Papa Booba Diop. And I was like, oh my God, the ghost of Papa Booba. And it wasn't. It was Shay Given and Kevin Kilban.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and their partners. And I'll tell you this about Shay Given and Kevin Kilban. The way they were obviously like not keynote speakers, but like,
Oh, fucking famous guests. Get them on. Oh, yeah.
so they were in the front, the very focal point of the. So all of these dads, and then fairly decent Premier League footballers of 8 years ago, and they smiled politely through my set that died so fucking badly. Like afterwards, Justin Morehouse was like, "Fuck." You're like, no. You know when like the comic who's vouched for you feels obviously embarrassed, like behind my back, and he was absolutely right to be like,
Yeah, usually he's not shit.
but to me, Justin was like,
Bloody hell, yeah. Don't worry about it, yeah. No, sometimes it doesn't happen. Not all of them are English speaking.
but Shay Given and Kevin Kilban were at the front, and they were like, they were cringing for me. Very nice people. Their partners just flat out hated me. It was really like, so Mrs. Given and Mrs. Kilban, shout out. Fucking awful.
Who's the most
And everyone's
famous?
like, yeah, it was a charity gig. It was a high-priced death.
Who's the most famous person you've
Died in front of.
performed to or died in front of?
Died in front of Ross Kemp.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Ross Kemp on gigs.
This is a shit one. It's a fundraiser.
It was exactly what you described.
Out through the
except-
fire exit.
We're looking for the headliner. He's running. Oh, I can hear music.
I forgot to tell you this bit. When I did the runner for the gig, I flagged down a taxi, I got in, and the driver went, fucking hell, what's that you done a runner? And I went, I have done a runner. That's mental. He goes, you're fucking joking. I go, no, I'm not. I've done a runner.
As he locks the doors of the taxi.
Drives you back.
How mad is it that I looked like I'd done a runner? Someone can look like they'd done a runner. I did look like I'd done a runner.
Sean, you always look a bit like you've done a runner. You look like you've done a runner from Runcorn train station when I picked you up.
Is Ross Kemp the most famous person you performed for?
Performed for, well, it wasn't.
No, I don't mean
Make
that.
it sound like it was for him, it was just me and him.
In his
and he
office.
was make me laugh.
No, I mean,
Justin Morehouse on before you.
I love Justin.
who's been in the audience?
For the audio listeners, that will have been quite the shock.
Sorry about that. That's my thinking noise.
That's your agent. Hello. Bring, bring. That's an old-fashioned phone. Bring, bring.
Anybody who's like,
What do you know?
like, oh shit, that like,
Hang on, what the fuck am I talking about? Prince Charles.
yeah, he's quite famous.
Oh, yeah,
Prince
yeah. of
Charles.
course,
Yeah, Prince Charles.
Did he laugh?
What did he say to you?
Don't worry about them. They're all toffs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, died in front of
Oh,
Prince
you
Charles.
died in front of Prince Charles?
Yeah, died in front of him. And then I
do
met
the
him in the
joke.
lineup afterwards. No.
Don't do the joke.
No, I'm not going to.
What?
Carry on.
What?
No,
It's a Princess Diana joke. Just wait until.
Yeah. Usually he's not at the scene of the. Never mind.
But yeah, no, that's. I don't
quite a big
think
one.
I'm ever going to top that. No. You?
I think honestly,
Kevin Kilburn.
Kevin Kilburn.
a cringing Kevin Kilburn. I mean, it's not what you want, is it? No.
Shit played as well.
He wasn't.
Played for the Blues and he was old.
He wasn't shit though, was he? He was all right.
Shay Given was great.
Shay Given was pound for pound
One of
up
the
there
best.
in the top 5 goalkeepers of his year.
Real shot stopper.
Yeah. But hang on, a bit unfair about Kevin Kilburn, who I actually do like.
Oh, he's
because-
probably a lovely
'cause he
man.
was like, you could tell he was like, come on now, make it not shit. You know.
Is he Irish?
Never
No,
understand that when.
he played for the Republic of Ireland. I've just remembered he's actually from where I'm from.
Yeah.
So if I had just used my own voice, it would have sounded more like Kevin Kilburn. Like, bloody hell, I'm from where you're from, and I'm probably better at stand-up than you. Which is a terrible impression of me.
Yeah, that wasn't you.
Unbelievable. This is
Go.
a question very specific to Seann Walsh, and I feel
Oh.
like we need to press him on this. Seen our very own Seann Walsh on Vittorio's podcast wearing tinted glasses. Just want to know where we all stand on tinted glasses. Maverick move, defo prickish, or high-end pedo. I can't decide. That's from Lee from Buxton.
I don't know what the problem is. I will say this now.
Orange tinted.
They were pink tinted, and I've also got orange tinted.
Look like Johnny Depp.
Thank you. Do you know what? I've got blue tinted. I went into the shop. I saw the blue tinted frames on Johnny Depp, and I went, them please.
Or Elton John.
Go. Right. Well, I mean, the only person who's had a worse last 3 years than you.
But
Is there a correlation between tinted glasses and horrific career fucking faltering 3 years? I'll tell you what, I don't see the problem. Me.
Oh, God.
Johnny Depp.
Look, it looks good.
On Elton John.
Can we throw that in here? I really don't think you should. Yeah, there's the better.
Look.
Oh, Bono's such a
Do you see
prick.
in that colour then? Because I've never worn them.
Yes, it cools everything.
Ooh,
if
nice.
it's blue,
Look
it
at
cools
Bono
everything.
looking like Bryan Cranston, except Bryan Cranston that did way too much cocaine. I mean,
I like that. I don't know what the problem
Jeff
is.
Goldblum's cool as fuck, innit?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I get it.
I will defend tinted sunglasses, and I will defend, be ready for this, sunglasses at night. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
No one actually needs, you can't convince me that anyone needs to wear sunglasses on a sunny day. If no one's not got sunglasses on and go, I can't see, help me, I can't see. In fact, you don't need them. They are not needed. Everyone wears sunglasses because it makes them look cooler. I want to look cooler at night. I don't give a fuck if it's the sun, if it's the moon. Moon glasses. I'm calling it. Moon glasses. That's what I wear. And I don't give a shit.
I think
Sue me.
I think that's the energy you need to take into any fashion choice, you know? Also, again, you live in West London. You're fine.
But what do you think?
I just think round here, tinted glasses is essentially
No, not in Rundle.
you know,
Round
a
here.
self-hate crime, isn't it?
Yeah, but around here, shoes are like fucking... Oh my God, he's got 2 shoes that match.
No, I mean, if you wear orange, pink, or blue tinted sunglasses in Runcorn, you've inadvertently started Runcorn pride. and you might die. It's a brave, bold move.
I'd be happy to do that.
I like her.
Love pride.
I can't wear tinted glasses.
Why?
Because
You do
listen,
wear tinted glasses?
I don't.
You wear like the bifocally ones?
You mean the changes?
Yeah.
And I've stopped wearing them because Laura calls me a pedo in them. My wife, who loves me, goes, "Oh, are you wearing your pedo glasses?" So I've stopped wearing them.
Yeah, I'd stop wearing
Do you know, because getting called
Grace stopped me from wearing a suit.
getting called
to
a
this.
nonce, Getting called a nonce
Suit
as a
to
joke.
this.
Oh my god.
She was a good call.
I picked up my blazer with my shirt, and she went, it's in bed. She went, what are you doing? And I went, I'm wearing a suit. She went, what are you doing? Have a word. They'll just relax dressing like that. And I went, yeah, but
I'm doing my shit.
I'm doing my shit. I want to dress that. She
Does
went,
this mic come out of the stand?
she just went, put that back, and that's hence this.
You should have worn your glasses.
I should have worn the glasses.
Next time you're on,
Yeah.
and this is a rebooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was Adam's career stroke health stroke Liverpool Football Club.
Cha! Upset me, nasty
He's
bitch.
drinking enough to have a stroke, let's be honest.
He's going to be busy again, isn't he? I mean, Seann's Hall of Fame. Sean's now Hall of Fame.
Of course.
Next time you're guest
Did you
co-hosting,
get something?
some sneak products. You can
Right.
you can tint your own eyes. You know, you don't need tinted eyes. You just drink enough of this, and your fucking pupils will
you.
go purple. I think we should wear our tinted glasses.
Done.
Open up,
Next
and
time-
you'll see someone like, oh my god, like a modern Johnny Depp, and then sex offender.
I'm
It's
gonna
instant sex offender.
For the arena show, by the way, I'm going big.
Tinted glasses,
I mean, outfit-wise.
right?
Big.
Good.
Just saying.
We're
Okay.
playing an arena, by the way.
We've all heard.
Suck, suck, suck.
We've all seen.
Yeah. Do you know? I absolutely love it.
But you don't know what you're doing yet.
We've got a vague outline.
That arena show. Yeah, we're not like, we've sold 5,000 tickets. We'll probably sell 7, maybe 8. We're not like, not arsed.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, could we arsed?
Yeah.
We've put it this way. We've booked a rehearsal space building up to it.
Oh,
That
wow.
Adam,
we've got some
that
plans.
Adam has agreed to. Jesus Christ.
Rehearsals.
Oh my God, it's going to be like flash dance.
Every other live show we've written on the day of.
Yeah.
This is going to be
With
incredible.
mixed results.
No, this
It's
has
going
got,
to be incredible.
this has got podcast, stand-up, set pieces, crowd interaction. It's going to be
And
ridiculous.
Ice hockey.
Possible.
100%. All right, zip line. Adam's coming in on a zip line.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Like Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania
listen,
12.
Second week of December.
No, more like Bret Hart.
Get ready for being a guest co-host.
Owen Hart?
You meant Owen Hart.
Owen
I knew what you meant.
No, you meant Owen
Hang on.
Hargreaves.
Wait. More like Owen Hart.
Yes.
It's pronounced Hargreaves. I think he was there as well. Oh my God, Dad, try better. Yeah, so that arena show and how much we've banged on about it has really got in UK comedy's head, hasn't it?
There was a lot of love.
Was there?
Oh, was there not?
No,
It's
great.
it's my echo chamber,
No,
maybe.
But it's our echo
I want.
chamber,
I want.
we only see
I'd like
love.
to hear that.
Yeah, well, okay, well, my echo chamber
Okay,
is
yours,
also
that's good.
love
Good.
for Have a Word.
Good.
This is what I was going to say, just quickly. This is what I was going
Yeah,
to
go on.
say to you, is that I have been recognised twice outside of, once on I stayed in Bedfordshire in a country, in a village, and a man came up to me in a beer garden and said, have a word, I'm a big fan, up the lids. And
so sick.
I was in a beer garden, and I went, up the lids, and I thought, what the fuck is this?
And another guy came up and went, I think Amber Heard's a fucking bitch. Man. Good for you. Good for you.
We
Thank
describe it as it's Fight Club, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's people going, we know
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, the
Fight Club.
guy in Glasgow was fucking class. Nice one, Dan. I was like, ugh.
That's so cool. I love that. And there was a pride that you get from that you don't get, or I've not got from telly, where you go, God, I knew these guys before they set. This is just you. It's fucking incredible.
People are putting it on their Edinburgh posters for this year.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
the former guests.
That's cool.
That's
Vittorio's going to put together. He's actually doing it now. He showed me the first draft. He's going to put together a schedule for all the former Have a Word guests.
Yeah, that's great.
With their Edinburgh shows. So if you're going up to the Fringe, and next year I think I'm going to go and do a week. So hopefully Adam will be in the mood as well, and we can do something interesting at the Fringe. That's going to be very satisfying. Oh my God, have you got reviewers in? I'll shoot them in the face. That's how that'll go down.
I
Absolutely
love that.
can't
Can
wait.
we give quotes then?
You what?
Surely people want quotes from us
Yeah. Okay, what?
for the poster.
I don't know how big this podcast has to get, but Sensei Oh my God.
Please, I don't care who you are, if you're listening as a comic, I will give you a quote.
Yes.
Please just put it
Yes.
on. Just one poster. You can have 1,000 posters, just do one of them.
No, it doesn't work like that. You don't print one poster.
just to appease
it's not a
me.
different quote
No,
on
just
everyone.
to appease
No,
me.
it's got to be on all the posters.
Okay, all the posters.
Right, I promise you this.
Yeah.
I will put you as one of my quotes, and I'm going to make you this. Have a word deal now. Whatever you choose, one
mate.
sentence.
But you know I'm good with that.
Yes.
Adam would put like, oh, I'm a big raging paedophile, come to me show or something. I'll put something.
No. Oh, yeah, of course. You can't trust him with any of these bets. No, he'd be like, yeah. I'll be sound about it. My mum was a dead cum dumpster. Who's the quote from? Fucking Dan's dad. Get in on there. Does that make your family sad?
No salty.
I hope he's all right. Is he all right?
What do you mean all right?
He's all right.
Carl, is he all right at the moment?
What are you on about?
I just think
Fucking fine.
all he does is tour, watch Liverpool and drink, and I'm just worried
And
about
what do you
him.
think he'd want to be doing if he was at
Oh
home?
no, I'm not saying, but like what you want to do and what you should be doing. Is he all right?
He's all right.
He's all right. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Cocaine and masturbate. And that's why I'm in therapy. Jamie Langston says, I hear a lot of mention about work in progress gig. What's the ideal setup where this is, I'm saying, doing this question now because I've accidentally led into it.
Love it.
So, Carl, just cut this out because that was professionalism. Okay, look at me.
Go.
Where would your dream venue city room be if you had to do a 2-week preview run? Or is it just the Edinburgh Fringe? Excuse my ignorance, I find it fascinating. That's from Jamie Langston.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with me, the honest answer to that is I hate travelling. So it would just be Top Secret Comedy Club, which is half an hour on the tube. So that's
Is that your spiritual home gig?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
that helps. So Top Secret Comedy Club.
Adam fucking loves that place, doesn't he? Like
It's a lovely room. That's
it's
right.
his like hot water away from home, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. That's what it is. Top Secret is hot water of the South.
Yeah.
I would say.
I've never done it. I need to.
Oh,
I need to go. I need to go and play.
Scary what you would do. You would absolutely annihilate it. They would love you. You walk in. It's got that thing. You walk in. You go down the stairs. The pictures of the comics framed down the stairs, and now the Americans drop in at Top Secret instead of the store. So you've got like,
that's massive.
yeah. It's really cool. So Amy Schumer's on the wall. Nzize, what's his name?
Aziz
Ansari.
Ansari.
Yeah, he's on the wall. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. But that for me, it's all about the travel. Like
Good gig near your house.
near your house. I hate the traveling. Just
When Peter Kay did that arena tour,
the tour that didn't tour.
No, the 2000. Yes. So he cancelled the one in 2017.
Yes.
Because of super injunction. And 3 years before that, he did the arenas, but he just did Manchester Arena, didn't he? Now, he did tour it, I think.
Yeah, he did. It was the tour that doesn't tour
did
that tours.
40 dates at the Manchester Arena.
Oh, my God.
I can't even comprehend how.
40.
I think his gross for that was a world record at the time.
Has to be.
And that is a Bolton-based comedian.
Oh.
But I think Kevin Hart's beaten the record since.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He has been off the circuit famously for years. When he was on the circuit, he was
Kay.
Peter Kay.
Legend.
Right, yeah. What I mean off the circuit is there are comics who've kept friends on the circuit. And kept a link to the circuit.
Yeah.
I've gigged with Johnny Vegas 15 times.
Yeah.
In however many years.
Yeah.
And then there are people who were on the circuit, and once they were gone, they were truly gone.
Yeah.
And Peter Kay was one of those guys. I've heard stories about him at the Frog that were just like legendary, like of him smashing the comparing to the point where it was just unplayable because the guy was a fucking monster. Oh, like you think Peter Kay's funny when you've seen it at the arena.
Yeah,
I wish when people go, which gig would you most like to see if you could time travel?
Oh, what a question!
The legendary gigs that I used to. So I turned up in Manchester in 2002 and got to the Frog, and it was in a real sort of fallow period where Mick Ferry was a pro, Alex Bourman was a pro, Tony Burgess was a pro, and they weren't doing the new comedy night anymore, and it was dying. There was me, Danny Deegan, and some names that you probably wouldn't know now. That's why I started Beat the Frog, because the Mondays had got so bad that they were like, we're cancelling it. And I was like, cool, can I have it? And I'll just do it for 30 quid. And I'll take the Comedy Store's format of the Gong Show, and then we'll change it up for the Frog. 5 years before that, on a Monday night, they'd had Chris Addison, Carolina Hearn fucking around, Peter Kay, Johnny Vegas. It's like a list, Smug Roberts, a list of fucking giants who were all just pals, fucking around, competing with each other. And then they were quickly progressed to the weekends. There are bills from the late 90s, 96, 97, where Peter Kay was comparing, Johnny Vegas was on, like a young Mick Ferry was breaking through, Chris Addison was on, Lucy Porter was in and around Manchester at the time. I'm probably not doing this justice. That's the show that I would like to time travel myself back to just see what a Saturday night was. Apparently it started at like 8:30 and sometimes we'll go on to like 8:45 because everyone was just fucking around. Peter Kay found a lion suit, came out smoking a cigarette and compared a whole section in character as a pissed off lion. Never went, I'm just he just did a character. It was like, I hate being a lion. And it's talked about in legendary terms. Where's your time travel gig?
Oh, it's juicy. I think that time travel gig. I think I'd want to go to, and I don't necessarily have the bill, right? But I've got the club and the time. I would want to go to, I think, the kind of mid-90s, the tunnel in London, which was apparently the hardest. It was up the creek. South London.
So Rich Wilson's told me about it. I think it was.
Well, it was what up the creek is now. It was the tunnel,
yeah.
And this is where, like, you know, the taxi drivers would go, and the audiences would just destroy you. But if you got them, and I think I would love to watch Mark Lamar hosting. Lamar hosting would just be, you know, that kind of, just that age where because that was the time where it was kind of called the new rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like to be there, smoking.
Yeah.
And the crowd smoking. Imagine walking out, fucking smoke hitting you. Oh, my
God. I gigged in the smoking era.
I did that for a few months.
I smoked on stage.
Oh, bad
like a little pube. I tell you what. Like this fucking Doug Stanhope. Yeah. A 23-year-old me like, do you remember school? Do you remember, like, I was trying to be a badass, but he was like, do you remember when you were young and you had to share bathwater with your whole family? Yeah. And your mum would be like, who wants my water? And you'd be like, nah, I'm not thirsty. Pow! She meant for a bath. Oh. I twisted it up for the joke. Fucking idiot.
But I saw, you would have gigged with him, Flanagan. You would have gigged with Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to watch comedy. Before I did comedy, Flanagan was on, and I would watch Mickey Flanagan open, and I would be turning to whoever I was with and going, I do not know how this man is not famous.
Is Italian?
Yeah.
I sound technical.
So this is the tunnel in the 90s. So
Eddie
Izzard.
Harry Enfield, legend.
Is that Mike Myers?
Mike Myers.
Fuck me.
Malarkey Myers. Jeremy Hardy, God rest his soul.
Look at that.
Felix Dexter.
Hugh Dennis, a young Hugh Dennis.
Oh my God.
Jules Holland.
Jules Holland just coming down
Clive
to do some
Anderson.
music. These are fucking famous.
Julian Clary would have been there. Vic and Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would be to see Lee Evans. Lee Evans before anyone knew who he was. Imagine him coming out doing that. And you would be fucking blown away. Who is this nutter?
Oh, did you do any of it?
Thank God he's not doing it
I
now.
know,
on the circuit.
Did you do Lee Evans when he was doing the warm-up gigs for his tours? Like,
yes.
It's a really strange feeling.
Oh my God.
Did you love it? You were a massive Lee Evans fan, weren't you?
Lee Evans was one of the main reasons I ended up doing it. Lee Evans, it was a dream come true. This is wanky, right? But it was in the dressing room. I think I'd been on, and he put his hands on my shoulders and told me to believe in myself and that I had what it took, and just to believe and not listen to anyone else's advice. And honestly, he was talking to me. It was in Birmingham Glee, right? The dressing room, and he was giving me this pep talk, and kind of in front of his face, like a 90s montage where the footage cross dissolves and overlaps over each image. I could see myself putting in his VHS into the VCR, Lee Evans' The Ultimate Experience, whilst he was giving me this advice, and a tear rolled out my eye. I couldn't fucking believe
so sick.
that I had met Lee Evans.
He was one. He was. I did a weekend with him in Nottingham when he was trying out new material. He was doing like 58 minutes in the middle.
In the middle.
And Marlon Davis was closing. Marlon was so sound about it. I think you have to be sort of not on this planet to be like, yeah, it don't matter. Like Marlon's like, I'm not arsed. I was like, I'd be arsed. I was opening, got to play to some Lee Evans fans who were, bless them, really nice and like, hey,
yeah.
Like you could impress them, and then Lee Evans with his writer, and they just had like piles of paper. Like, it's like when you're on the bus, you're like, no, Lee, no one believes that you're ever on a bus. You've done arenas for 20 years. And he said to me afterwards, he's like, oh, you're brilliant, Dan. It was so humble and so like nervous, almost like gave off the energy of a guy who had just started and was like, oh, how'd you get onto the circuit? And he was like, and he went to me, he was like, oh, you're brilliant. I love what you do. And it was fucking great. And he was like, he just really quietly, just so the rest of the room couldn't hear, just went, you need to get off the circuit. You need to get yourself off the circuit. Oh, man. And last week when me and Rowe were talking about it, me and Rowe realised that because
I've nearly gone there.
Yeah.
I know.
But because of this podcast and because of all these lids and because they're buying tickets to see me on tour and because but this is paying because of the Patreon, I'm coming off the circuit next month. I'm off the circuit. And as when I sort of saw that in my diary.
There we go. I did that.
I genuinely thought of Lee Evans.
Oh!
And I was like, I fucking did it, Lee.
That's sick.
So
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that.
I love that. Talking about the comics that sort of just went and were gone. Like, don't get me wrong. I say I'm off the circuit. I just don't need to put in weekends to pay the bills. Like Adam said, we'll both be at circuit gigs, but I just won't be doing Saturday night when it's bedlam.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
Could I just?
But Lee came back to the circuit, and Peter Kay never did.
Yes.
And just to go back to what we were talking about before we completely lose the train of thought, because I'm sneaked out of my mind. He asked around. He went, "Where's the best place to do previews for this arena tour?" And he asked a few of his mates, like he's still mates with Smug Roberts and like Toby Foster, guys that were on Phoenix Nights that are linked to the circuit, Archie Kelly. And they were like, they gave him a few names like, Frog's still good. And he was like, nah, it's too far. So he worked out that the Bury Met was a 17-minute drive from his house. So he rang the Bury Met, the guy that ran it, and went, can I do some TV warm-ups? And the guy would have literally given his kidneys to have Peter Kay do it one tour warm-up. And the guy was like, absolutely. He's like, when do you want it for? He was like, for 40 nights in a row. So apparently for 30 or for a month, the Bury Met, not the big room, the small room at the Bury Met that holds 80 people, Peter Kay played there night after night after night and just went from no show to previewed for a month, tuned it up. The next gig he did after that last Bury Met was the fucking MEN Arena, and he never... And to just totally back up what you were saying, if you're going to do a run of preview shows, I think there's almost like a weird mental simplicity about, where's my closest gig? How far from my house? Yeah. Are they cunts? No, I will do it 30 times in a row.
Yeah.
40 nights in a row, 80 people.
Now, that might have been sort of like, it might be a little bit apocryphal. It might have been added to, but he just booked it out and sold it. One of those things are like
seconds.
Yeah, the people of Bury went, what? And it was sold out in fucking 6 minutes. I've got my first full preview at the King's Arms in Salford. We'll put the link in the description. It's this Sunday night, Sunday the 15th of May, the first tour preview. I'm doing a handful of these over the summer. danspreviews.com if you want to come and watch some of the towns that didn't make the tour. And the first one is at the brilliant King's Arms in Salford, Manchester, but Salford. They get very touchy about that. Like, it's totally separate. It's definitely not. You're like M3. Yeah.
Can I just say,
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I cut you off to finish the
No, not at all. But it just talking about meeting those people that we grew up watching. I recently got to work with Harry Enfield. Right?
Oh, really?
Right, and he is. Oh, I've been so lucky to meet these people and work with these people, and they you know, like they say don't meet your heroes. The Harry Enfield is one of the nicest, funniest people I have ever met, right? And I'm working with him and working on his new thing, and I have to leave to go and do a gig in Portsmouth, right? And you got that respect for your elders, your respect for the people that have paved the path before you and all of that shit. And I said to him, I've got to head off to Portsmouth, and he went, Sean, who's this? So for listeners, he kind of sighed and put a flat face, wide mouth, and just like looked, eyes rolled behind his head. He went, who's this? And I didn't. Would you have known what to say? I thought, what the fuck is? I don't know. Am I meant to know who that is? I mean, I don't know. Who is it? He went, your audience tonight.
Well, Harry Enfield definitely played Portsmouth. It's fucking brilliant. What fun. We'll take a break, and we're back with Stephen Grant, who gave us like some of our first gigs. He booked me for the Brighton Comedia when I was sort of 2 years in, and has always been very generous. He must have been involved in your very first gigs.
And one of my heroes. I used to watch Stephen every week. I would go every Sunday to watch him.
A brilliant comedian, an incredible compere, like the absolute antithesis of me, who just freestyles dicks around. He's like can't really say this in front of Stephen, but it's like watching OCD in action, isn't it?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's just got a file of facts. He's like, what you do? An oncologist. Pow! He's got like 8 minutes on it.
Yeah.
And he's run the Brighton Comedia for years, and he's just moved on to the Ironworks in Brighton.
Well remembered. Look at you.
I think, he's got a new gig because the Comedia are a bunch of twats. And probably doesn't want me saying that, but I'm allowed to say it.
He would love that.
And we've got him after the break. Brighton legend, Stephen Grant. Right, enjoy. Ta-da. Oh, I'm always on the internet, me, but I wish I could be on the internet in a different part of the world. If only there was something to help, Adam.
Well, you could fly somewhere, or you could travel there digitally using NordVPN.com.
Smart. That's smart. Makes sense.
I actually used this last night. I watched the Villarreal versus Liverpool first leg backstage at Sheffield. And I've got NordVPN on my laptop. And what I do is I set it to Canada, and then I watch it via a Canadian broadcaster. And now that they're sponsoring our podcast, giving our listeners up to 73% off the packages with the promo code HaveAWord by going to nordvpn.com/HaveAWord. You can literally set your location to anywhere on the planet. And then you can watch, you can go to like, I'm in America. Now you've got American Netflix. You can watch The Good Wife, even though it's not on the British one anymore.
That's what I want to do.
Mad. You can watch footy. You can watch the 3 o'clock kickoffs. It's revolutionised the watching of sports.
Yeah, League One Al Jazeera, get on me.
Absolutely. You can watch Mohamed Salah score goals in Saudi Arabia, and then you get the fucking sick commentary. Goal. You don't have to listen to Steve McManaman doing all his ingings. Shite. NordVPN.com/HaveAWord. Promo code HaveAWord.
Here we are. Welcome back. It's fucking Brighton connection, isn't it? Mm-hmm. This wasn't like done on purpose. But we've ended up with a fucking Brighton connection. Stephen Grant's here, ladies and gents. We were saying just before the break.
Yeah.
Everyone watching and listening will know that you are Mr. Brighton. It sounds gay.
Yeah.
But you are Mr. Comedy Brighton.
Every year, Mr. Brighton gets so many competitors, and trust me, the A game I have to pull out now in my 40s is really tough.
The king
of Brighton. What a great place to be a fucking to be the
I'm the fucking the head honcho in Rotherham.
That's not necessarily.
No.
Foster's got that wrapped up, but
yeah.
I remember watching you at Comedia. The club you made famous in comedy, and you had worked. It's such a Stephen thing to do. he had worked out that he had played to more people than Fatboy Slim.
Over a year.
Is that
True, yeah.
Like Fatboy Slim's the music king of Brighton, and you wanted him in his place.
It wasn't done deliberately to slap him down. Though I am friends with Zoe Ball and they were going for a tough time at that time, so I would have told her that to reassure her. But reality is, I worked out over a year. I play to more people in Brighton than Fatboy Slim does. Bear in mind that Fatboy Slim does it over a couple of nights. There is. If you put that to one side,
yours took 280 gigs.
Yeah.
His was like 2 on a beach.
I'm not far off it. 200 gigs versus 2 on a beach. Yeah.
So Brighton is one of my favourite places. Like, I fucking love it. It's also because early on in my career, I mean, you must have got your first gigs off Stephen, essentially. Like, you started. You're from Brighton.
Well, Stephen would be. My mum took me to Comedia when I was 17. And I watched him come out, and he was wearing a yellow T-shirt and a red gilet.
Gilet.
I always say gilet.
A red gilet.
I always say gilet.
King of Brighton's doing all right. He's wearing women round his neck.
We say gillet.
Oh, no, you don't. You're being silly.
No, we do.
What?
In Liverpool, we say gillet.
Yeah.
Instead of what?
Gilet. They say gillet. They go hard G, hard T.
Oh, okay.
No
all right.
education.
Rude. Gillet.
That is
Sean Paul.
I don't know.
It's a fundamental university entrance qualification that they hand them the word gilet and they ask them to say it. And there's a room out back full of people who say gillet going, I've no idea what I've said wrong. They just literally don't get past the gillet hurdle.
Whole of Liverpool being obnoxious, like, fuck that. Gilets are for fucking Tories. I'm wearing a gillet because it keeps me tits warm. Yeah, it's fair enough. But it's not a gillet and you know it.
It's a gilet.
And you're a word nonce, so you should know better.
Yeah.
You do it on purpose. Anyway,
there you go. He came out. Crowd work. I never seen crowd work. So because on telly you got like Lee Evans, Jack D, Jeff Green, Lee Hurst, but obviously you just saw their bits. You didn't see the crowd.
Someone talk to a crowd and then make things up.
Blew my fucking mind. This is the king of the. It's like a computer, isn't it? You know in the adverts where you see the kind of electricity go through the microchip.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine his brain does when he thinks of the joke.
No, I always think of Stephen's comparing as a Filofax when he's like...
It's like a Rolodex.
Yeah, the Rolodex of like...
Okay, so you say where you're from and you're from where though? You go, we're with you in 0.01 seconds. Excellent, there we go. Though the advantage of Brighton...
Oh, you're a Kenyan vet. Wow. I've got my Kenyan veterinarian bit.
I would be able to do something on a Kenyan
fuck
vet.
off. It's so intimidating when you're an actor. You're like, I just wait till someone makes a noise that's funny and then mimic it. And it works very well in Manchester. I'm from fucking... everyone's like, he's fucking great, this lad. So you saw... He was like the first person you saw like compare.
Live, that wasn't... Like, yeah, it's the first person I saw compare.
Yeah.
And also the first person that I saw... I mean... Yeah, this isn't offensive, but that wasn't famous. I didn't know you could do comedy and not be famous.
Same. I saw
and I've kept that real for 23 years. I thought every time I get on the verge of being Bartley famous, I go, no, hang a second. This is literally my USP. Rein it in, bad boy.
Yeah.
Rein it in. Say no to that telly
Hi,
opportunity.
it's BBC One. Not for me.
Not for me. And he goes, unless it's something you're putting on BBC Three at 1 a.m, I am not interested. Told them.
I had the same thing with Dave Johns in Newcastle. When I went to, someone took me to the Hyena in the basement, and it was literally like watching like up close magic.
Yeah.
Just watching someone riff and make it up. You're like, fucking hell. Gigging with you in Brighton at the Comedia always had the feel of like, because you were so generous to me, you booked me after like 2 years. You saw me in Newcastle and were like, oh yeah, you can come down to Brighton, which is like an honour bestowed on like 4 Northerners a decade.
Yeah.
And I got it's literally.
Do you want me to tell you now, literally after decades, why I did it?
Go on.
Because you just were different.
Right.
Because there was this like I don't want to get the north versus
good
south
different.
thing. Yeah, good different.
Yeah.
100% different.
Got to be clear.
Yeah, no, that doesn't actually mean. Well, hang on. There's different types of good. Because Sean, you'll know me when I talk about this. You'll go and see someone rip a room in a place full of people who know what they want and expect, and they give them what they want, and you're just going, I'm not interested. I'm bored. This is all completely predictable. Then Dan came out and actually was quite interesting and different, and had different voices and different takes on stuff. And I thought, oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, I'm
not hacky northern.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm the first white black Northerner. Word up. Come on. You all right?
And I was absolutely come to Brighton. Very good.
Yeah, but it always had the vibe of like, hanging out with the prefect. You were like, everyone, like, you're always very generous, but because you hosted and because you booked, you were like, everyone's trying to rip a gig, but when the guy who has booked you is also comparing and it's such a big room, you're like, gotta rip it, because of the crowd and the money, and also Stephen's right there.
Yeah.
And I want to come back to Brighton.
So many people would say that they smashed their 10 on a Sunday. So Friday night, Saturday night, all pros, pro comics, and then Sunday night, the middle 20 was divided for 2 10 spots. The tryout spots for comics to go and prove themselves to get the paid spot. And so many comics would say to me that they'd smashed their 10 spot, but you wouldn't get back to them.
Well, that's because their definition of smashed was because they were trawling out some kind of half-arsed bollocks elsewhere, and then they would be okay, and then they come to Brighton with a quite generous crowd who would give them some all right laughs in places, and that would be their definition of smashed. Normally the number one route to never getting booked again was coming off after an okay gig and going, I absolutely smashed that. And I thought, your expectation levels are not correct for your skill set.
It's going in the other file of facts.
Whereas there would be some acts who would do a fairly decent 10 and would get off, and all they do is moan about what they got wrong. And I think you're going to go far.
Yeah, you are,
because what you've done there is beat yourself up about what you did wrong. I like that. There's a future.
Another mental. When you say, you're mentally ill, you're going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did some Forces gigs sort of 10 years ago, and Georgina, who ran it, was quite a big character. We got on and we sort of we had a beer and we clashed a few times just because she was a big character. But when you came off and went, it's fucking annoying, which is the nature of comedy, isn't it? It's infuriating and brilliant, and you're always on the knife edge of something being great or something being bollocks. And I'd just taken some missteps. It was on me. I'd gone down the wrong route for a gig, and it had ended up as a 5 out of 10. And I came off and I was like, fuck, annoying. And all the other comics and promoters would know to be like, yeah, that's it. And she came over and tried to fix it and made an annoying situation so much more annoying. She was like, cool, how can we fix it? I was like, well, you can't, because you're not a comedian.
Did she say the things that people say to comedians to reassure them, which are ultimately make the situation 10 times worse, which is usually things along the lines of, it's okay, I know that works, I've seen you do it elsewhere really well.
Oh my
and stuff
God,
like that. Or the comments they make that people think do you know what, don't worry, it's not the crowd, I saw them do really well with someone else.
Oh my God. Never try and workshop the mental illness of a comedian. No. Just let us be fucking mental.
Absolutely. Did you enjoy it? That's the one. That's the one for me.
Well, how do you think it went?
How do you think that went?
That's so cunty. Yes. That Sunday night at the Brighton Comedia, which was such a fucking brilliant night.
It was the longest running night. That's the one I started in 1999. So that was going literally last millennium.
It was such a treat because as a lot of comedy weekends, you'd go down, you'd do the Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And there'd always be a slightly rough gig somewhere. There'd be a stag do thrown in somewhere. And however the weekend had been, on the Sunday night, you just got the local comedy fans. Yeah. It was such a nice little tonic at the end of the... And to sum it up, and we've talked a lot about comedy today. We're not going to bang on about it completely. But as testament to that night, I remember a few years ago watching Yuriko Katani, who's a Japanese comedian, do her first 10 in the spots that you were talking about. And then a more experienced comedian going 20 years who was gigging down to prove to you that they actually were worth the work that you'd obviously not been giving them for about 15 years.
Quite buzzy.
And I watched Yuriko smash it. They loved it. They were like, wow, a Japanese comedian. How interesting. And she wasn't perfect because she's new. And then the experienced comic came on with all the swagger of like, I've been doing this ages. I'll put her in her place. And they went, that's fine. And it was as a comic at the back, I was like, this is a good comedy club. Because that's real comedy fans, isn't it? Going, fuck, a Japanese girl. This is really interesting. And then the guy was like, the 2012 Olympics. Who's drinking? And they weren't even cunts. They just went, fine.
Heard it.
Yeah.
Heard it is the problem. They had heard it written all over their eyes. There were a room full of people who were basically done 6 shows in Edinburgh. You know that thing where someone goes along to watch a show in Edinburgh and you think, oh, this stuff's been killing it on the circuit. You do it to a load of Edinburgh people and they go, yeah, I've heard about 3 variations of that joke already today.
Oh dear.
And the Brighton crowds could be a bit like that, but they did love their comedy, and you had to be a bit out there too. But you just had to be original, and you're original, Dan. Sean, you two are brilliant.
We are so original.
No, you two. No. Hang on a
really
second. I mean, like, you need someone to blow smoke back up your backsides, but you are both brilliant comics. And that's not, and both of you are going on about how other people beg to try and get gigs and how I must be a bit of an arsehole, while both of you are acknowledging the fact that you effectively waltzed into doing 4 weekends. What is the connection there? You're good comics.
Mate, I totally agreed with your booking stance. Hang on. There was no air of criticism.
Absolutely.
I was like, touche to this crowd and touche to you, Stephen.
Yeah.
My favourite prefect. Absolutely. This sixth former rocks.
Well, there's a reason why.
Totally.
There's a reason why many years after the event, when things go a bit pear-shaped at a venue, and you call on friends to help you out, that the people you're calling on are brilliant, because they're the ones that you went, oh yeah, they're going to go somewhere, and you were right.
Yeah,
and I'm often right when it comes to things like this. But then I know that's a real up your own arse thing to say. But the reality of it is if I could go back through 20 years ago, not that, this, that, no, that person, no. And there were people, like you say, who were really established, jobbing comics, who were doing the business everywhere, going, oh, I'll be able to smash this, who came and didn't. And that's because that was a room full of people who were used to the kind of people I was booking, like you two, who were just be strong and decent.
So you got you're now booking your new venue.
I am.
Is it the Ironworks?
The Ironworks. It's called the Forge Comedy Club at the Ironworks in Brighton. It's it's pretty special. It looks and works amazingly. I've got a few other little spaces I'm using as well. They're quite nice. Though the Ironworks is the kind of the jewel in the crown. Yes.
All right, cool. I'm going to come down and do a tour show there next year, 2023.
Yeah, you can, absolutely.
Could you just quickly put your leg back to where it was?
Right.
Is that comfortable?
Like this?
Yeah.
Why? Why wouldn't it be?
Because from where I'm sitting, that looks very odd.
Like this?
It looks really odd. Does that look odd to you?
Sport. I actually literally have to stretch my calves all the time because I'm a bit of a weird.
But Stephen's
cyclist.
thin, so I just imagine that all thin people can contort themselves into that position.
Okay.
Like I would get breathing difficulties trying to twist like that because I'm a little fat twat.
Little fat twat.
Would you sit like that? And you're sitting like that on a show. Yeah. I would be self-conscious.
I always think people that have got sciatica and they're just trying to ease it.
What's that? Sorry.
Like the position helps your back.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I didn't realize. I genuinely didn't realize this was uncomfortable.
No, it's not for you.
No, it's not. It's not to anyone else. This is Seann Walsh that's there. Stop the podcast. Then to be like, Stephen, can I ask you a question? I give you some crippling hemorrhoids by saying like, you look relaxed.
But I would say you look too relaxed.
Okay.
I
basically had a microphone put in my face in the same way as a guy does to his girlfriend after a pissed weekend, to saying, come on! I mean, it's literally right in front of my face. I can't lean forward, and I move around a lot while talking. So I think all of my energy has gone into the lower half, so I stay by the mic.
So you just tap dancing while you podcast.
This is all going like this. I'm basically like river dance right now. From the waist down, I've got to move around.
But it looks like, in Beetlejuice in the waiting room, when there's someone that's cut in half and the legs have been put on another body. Yeah. That's what it looks like. That didn't look like.
I see you've gone for the an unusual. I'm a wearer of not full socks, and I'm happy that you proudly got them out in front of
cycling
60 odd. No, hang on, but they're not. They don't go all the way up, do they?
They are full socks.
No, they're not.
Is that your? That's
no, that's not full sock.
That's a full sock.
No,
show me how far that goes up. No, come on.
That's it. That's as far as it goes.
That's a half sock.
Yeah. It's a mid.
That's a half sock.
That's a mid.
Oh,
yeah.
Short.
How high does a full sock
go? Dick height.
Short will go to the
balls. You can nestle one testicle in the top of a good sock. Surely. You can take your fucking meal deal out in a football sock and have your firstborn in there with it, like eating What's-It. No, that's I mean, this is this is like...
Oh, that's a no sock?
Yeah,
no, I am wearing socks.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't just showing you my fucking ankle to be like, I'm not wearing socks.
Sure.
What have you got on?
Yeah, that's a regular sock.
That's a regular sock.
Oh, God, that's uncomfortable.
They are the most uncomfortable shoes to wear in Janoski, is what you've got on there.
Yes, they are.
The most uncomfortable.
Awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, hang on. So someone explain this to me. Why would you wear uncomfortable shoes?
To wear them in because they look nice.
Yeah, but this is it. It's shoes, isn't it? If you like,
It's shoes.
I mean, shoes are really important. If your feet are knackered, you don't want to be like in your late 50s, barely able to walk, going, didn't I look good in my mid 30s?
That's exactly what I want to do.
So glad I was born a man. Oh God, my wife's feet are in fucking tatters. She regularly has to go to another woman who hacks at them, rubs them, saws them, sands them down, costs fucking money. And she comes back and she shows me a foot and go, oh my God, she's done wonders. Look at my foot. And then they're like, they look a bit battered as opposed to completely battered. And then I look at what she's wearing. What's the sandals? The sandals that girls wear. It's just like fucking, it's like 3 millimeters of just, like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Just get some New Balance on.
Between your toes.
No, I'm talking about the actual flat bit between the foot and the ground.
Yeah, they look like the kind of thing that you bind a book in. They're just like a thin sheet of leather. That's all it is.
Yeah,
sort of thing like, you know, basically you're saying like, oh, I want to get my photo album sort of like printed, and it's like that. You get that thin bit of leather, and there's a strap on it, and then if you're lucky, they'll put some jewels on top of the strap, so that rubs against the top of your toes, so they can bleed as well as the bottom of your heels.
Mate, the last men in history that wore, there was Spartacus and his gang, like 2,000 years ago, and then men were like, we need some kind of padding here.
Spartacus and the gang.
What's it? It's like it looks like a Roman flip flop. So I just don't. I absolutely hate being told what to wear for certain situations.
Yes.
Gigs or ceremonies.
Yeah.
But it's one of the advantages of this job, isn't it? There is no uniform.
Yeah, but then there are...
Unless you're with a certain agency that expects you to go out in a suit.
Okay, yeah, but, you know, it's like... you know what I mean? Court, you can't just rock up in your gym shoes, can you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're adding to this does matter.
Right. Court weddings, you've got to play the game a little bit. We've got Paul Smith's wedding in a few days.
What are you wearing, Dan?
I'm going nice jacket, shirt, no tie.
What?
See,
you can't go no.
You can't go no tie.
I'm at a comic's wedding tomorrow, but I bet you don't know which comic. Quite well known, and we know him.
I don't.
Go on.
Comic is getting married for the second time tomorrow.
Oh, they're always getting married for the second time.
This is Paul's second one.
There isn't a comedian getting married for the first time.
Well, I said that as well. I turned to someone and said, I'm off to their wedding. I said, I think it's the first wedding I've been to where I've been to someone's second wedding. Have you been to anyone whose wedding for the second time? So you were at their first wedding and you're now going to the second wedding.
So Paul Smith, I wasn't first wedding.
You weren't at the first wedding.
Were you?
I wasn't.
Who was it?
This is my second Paul Smith wedding in 3 years.
Right, okay. It's like, you got like a loyalty card. Like
I get the next one free.
Good luck to both Paul and Laurie on their beautiful journey. I've met Paul's now new wife, and let's not make any jokes because she don't fuck around.
Hang on. Well, I made this point about the fact that it's the second one I'm going to, and someone said, no, it's not. I went, well, which one is it? And he goes, you must know. And I racked my brain. I said, I give up. And he went, yours. Oh. I said, I've been married twice. I forgot the fact that, of course, I've been at both of my weddings. Right, so, I forgot that one. Yeah, so I've been married twice.
So, hang on.
Are you no tying it for the day, as in the ceremony?
Am I on the fucking top table?
No, there's sartorial rules, Dan. For the morning, for the wedding, you need a tie.
For the morning, the ceremony's at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Suck my balls.
For the ceremony, you need a tie.
100%. I definitely do not. Do you know why? Because it's Paul Smith's wedding. It's not the Archbishop of Canterbury's wedding. That didn't make sense. But there is a level of formal behaviour that I'll be like, if I have to. For a fucking Scouser who's marrying a brummie, kiss my fucking hole.
What's he wearing? He's wearing a fucking bow tie.
Of course he is, because he wants to appease her. She's fit. I'd wear Laurie Carroll. I'll fucking wear anything. She was like, you've got to wear dungarees. I'll be like, of course, love. You're fucking gorgeous. As I'm just getting pissed, I don't have to wear it.
No, but you're not getting pissed in the church.
You will be the only one at that wedding, only man at that wedding not wearing a tie. I guarantee it.
In the day.
£50 bet. Oh. £50 bet right now, Seann Walsh. Come on, we all know what agency you're with. Take it off the next fucking three-piece suit. £50 bet right now. Make that bet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. A different bet.
All right.
I will not be the only person at that wedding. And we're not wearing a tie. Now, if I am the only person not wearing a tie, you can give me the quote for my next poster at the Fringe. However, if there is one person not wearing a tie, I get to write your quote
Oh,
For your poster.
that is not good odds. That's not good odds.
Always take the field.
No. That is insane. No, it's madness. No.
All right, one word. Okay, you can do a full quote. One word.
Have
One word.
No, we're going
One
back.
word. Dan Nightingale. Have a
they
word.
have one word podcast.
Gobshite. Dan Nightingale. Have a word.
What and how? So
Sings
from what
beauty-
age? From what age? 18. From an adult.
Yeah.
And this is.
I imagine.
Oh, that's gonna look good, isn't it?
Scousers are like.
Yeah, we like
they
to
wa-
look
You
good.
want to look good.
Yeah, I've got a tie, Dan.
I can't imagine a parent
I've got to tell you.
or a family member allowing a Scouser to go to that wedding without wearing a tie.
Oh, yeah. From your fucking confirmation. Get it on. Get it on. No. How bad am I going to look? Trolling round, just asking all the young-looking people who aren't wearing
Can I have
ties,
a
like,
picture?
how old are you? How old are you? What age are you? Are you over 18? Yes.
So what are you, Jackie?
He's under 18. Yes.
Are you opening it for a bit of fucking ham? Who?
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
One word on my poster.
One word. I get one word.
I have to let this through the agency so that when I have to explain to them how this works, it'll have to be small if I lose this bet, but it will be on the poster.
What, you trying to fuck me over with terms and conditions?
I
like a payday loan company.
Sean, I would have kept quiet about
We
it.
can absolutely
He
finger
did
your
not
mum.
specify font. Just go for it.
Terms and conditions apply. We can finger your mum, by the way. Shake my hand. Yes, you are fucked.
I should have said that.
By the way, you can't go around telling people to take their ties off for the
Stephen,
photo.
Yeah.
I will not allow
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Stephen, you're now looking so relaxed. I'm worried you're going to nod off during the podcast.
This is odd.
I actually think you're hiding.
It's odd.
All right.
No,
all right.
it's I love how relaxed he is.
That's like 5 a.m. Everyone else has gone to bed. And it's just you and someone else you've never met on a sofa just going, so how long have you not spoken to your dad for?
You go to some fun parties, yeah.
You always end up on dad's chat.
Do you? Hang on, Dan, the other day when we were drunk, you did that.
Of course.
And I cut out the episode of the lock-in.
What?
You were drunk.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned dads.
Dad's always come up. Early hours of the morning. Sun coming up, dad's up.
Right. It's a weird little wrinkle in this podcast where talking about Rowe's dad is probably the easiest version of like dad chat. Mine is like whatever. Carl's is a bit fucking tricky. Adam's life is definitely the most traumatic of everyone's, but when it comes to that, it's like safe ground with Rowie bags.
What colour are you going then? I'm interested. I've got 2 suits.
Right.
And 3 pairs of shoes.
Why is everyone looking at me
Suits?
like I am some degenerate? Tell me, you're going to this wedding.
Junior Simpson's
Are you-
wedding.
You're going to Junior Simpson's wedding.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Fucking
Wow.
amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
I know.
Are you wearing a tie? You wearing a tie, Stephen?
Just, you know what? I hadn't thought about it until you brought it up.
Don't wear a tie.
Can I say this?
wear a tie.
Because this will go out after his wedding.
Yeah.
But when I'm choosing my clothing, I've got to nip up the road for a gig that evening. So I'm there for the afternoon for the ceremony. And then there's obviously, but no one really notices if you disappear for 35, 40 minutes.
So it literally is up the road.
I've just checked. It's about 20 minutes drive.
All right,
the
So I'm
road
going
a
20 minutes
motorway?
drive. I'm going to nip up, do a gig, and then come back again. So I'm picking wedding clothing, but at the same time, it's got to be something I could wear on stage. So it's got to be formal enough for a wedding, but informal enough for a stage. So it's that suit that a lot of comics who aren't hugely successful
Sean
do,
suit.
right? Which is where you buy it and you sort of go, does this cover everything? Does this suit do weddings, court, press conferences, and TV gigs?
That's my
Oh
suit.
my God.
But that's everyone loves a utility suit.
So you're slightly underdressed for the wedding, slightly overdressed for the gig. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Like you can't gig in a corsage, can you?
No,
There's
and the idea of bringing 2 suits with me for an evening
a
out
corsage?
seems-
Do I not mean a corsage?
What's
what do I
a
mean?
corsage?
You mean the button?
a buttonhole? Yeah,
Buttonhole, yeah. The little flower you have to
flowers
wear.
a corsage.
See, this is why do you know what that is?
American films.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, have you been to many weddings?
No.
No.
Yours.
Yes, mine.
Both.
McCaffrey's.
No, I didn't go to the
I
first
went to
one.
the second
I
one.
did the second one.
McCaffrey's.
Yeah.
And someone else's.
Don't look at me. You went you won't. If you listen, you won't. The little look of fear when Sean was like, "Fuck, did I go to Nightingales?" Yours?
Did you talk at McCaffrey's?
Did I talk? No, Fordy. Matt Ford did.
Matt Ford did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Did you watch Matt do it and think, I'd like to have said a few words, or did you think?
No,
I'm
he's
so
fucking
pleased.
mental.
No, didn't
Who
think he
wants
would.
to, I'm not that mental. Who wants to do the best
Sean
man
doesn't
speech?
want to gig at comedy gigs. God forbid that he has to gig at a wedding.
This is very true.
Do you know what I said to him? I was like, I nearly had a gig organised for you after the podcast records done. And he went, oh, God, don't ruin it. Sean, do you want to nip up here and do a quick 20 minutes best man speech?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, they are grim. It's grim.
No,
doing a
well,
speech
you
at a
know, I'm
wedding.
the same as you, because I've still got friends who are outside of our little weirdly kind of cosseted sphere of comics and the comics world. And so I've still got friends from different worlds, and they wrote me in on their weddings and they asked me to do the speech because they think, oh, I've got a comic, I'll get this for free. And so you end up doing a speech and you end up invariably dying because people's expectation levels go through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
When you do it. And it's a weird death because you're around people who are in such a good mood and you ruin it. And then you end up spending the rest of
you
your
can't
life
do
on the highs.
material. No. You can't do material.
And you can't punch down is the problem because a lot of comedy is sort of going, that person up there needs to be taken down a few pegs. That person down there, we shouldn't laugh, but let's have a laugh. None of that's allowed. And people are stood, and there's kids, and there's elderly people, and swearing, apparently not acceptable. So there's so many reasons it doesn't
What,
work.
you can't swear in the best man speech?
You can a little, but it's tough because of...
Fuck that.
Exactly, but
What's happening, motherfucker?
But the other thing as well is because you mentioned right at the beginning the Comedia in Brighton, because Brighton is a night out for people in the surrounding areas. It's quite often a first or a second date location. It's because it's kind of, you've got little tables together and food and drink. And it's like, I'm taking you to kind of a high profile club. So the amount of times I get an email through saying, hi, me and my partner had our first date at Comedia. Well, we're getting married now. And we thought it'd be brilliant if our favourite comic of the night came along and did a speech. And I love what they're thinking. That'd be a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
And then I have got nearly a predetermined script I can cut and paste to tell people why I love your idea, but it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
Awful. But people can't see it. And they always think, oh, why wouldn't you do that for us? Because you know what? If I have a bad night at a gig, I've had a bad day at the office. If I have a bad night at your wedding, I've ruined the biggest day of your life. Let me tell you how much money it will take for me to be okay with that. Right?
Do you know Ro Adam quotes 10 grand
10
now?
grand he wants.
And they're like, well, yeah, that seems a lot.
He prices them out, and if they're stupid enough to say yes, he's like, well, I've made
Yeah,
some.
but there's a stupid enough to say yes figure.
For a wedding?
Yeah.
10 grand.
My stupid enough...
I'm booking him. I'm getting Adam.
My
Check
stupid
to
enough
follow.
to say yes. My stupid enough say yes figure is 2.5.
Ah, man,
And, then,
I
and at
genuinely...
that level, I will sleep okay watching people's day ruined.
And it's not
With me.
the bride and groom, and it's not their friends. It's all of the family. The look of annoyance in Grandad's eyes. He thinks you've ruined their wedding. You're like, no, they were all at the front laughing. They booked me. The Cheesemans, Leeds, 2000 and I guess 8. I appreciate you guys. The Cheesemans. I mean, you will never forget disappointing a wedding party like that, but it makes it so much easier to remember them when their surname is the Cheesemans. And they still come and say hello now. They're like, hey, it's the Cheesemans. And all I can remember is Grandad at the back going, what the fuck is this?
Cheese man.
The Cheesemans.
Was your opening line on the lines of like, well, she must love him because she's got a dog shit surname now?
Cheese man.
The Cheesemans.
What's her name?
Carrie.
Carrie
Cheeseman.
It sounds like she's like an order.
Carrie Cheese.
Curry cheese man. Paneer, isn't it?
Curry Cheeseman.
Curry cheese man. It's what I'd want a weekend.
Table 12, one curry and cheese.
Curry cheese. What's his name?
I would never do.
Mr. Cheeseman.
Mr.
Talking
Cheeseman.
about the fact that Sean doesn't like doing a gig even after the podcast. I went and saw you try out some new stuff at one of Maths gigs outside the box. And you have this beautiful routine about, I was hoping tonight would be cancelled.
Yeah.
About like this, that stuff. That thing where you're just desperately hoping there's going to be a text coming through saying, I'm not doing your material justice,
but that's what, I
obviously.
think you've got to lean into it.
but-
And I think that it's funny if if everyone's going, it's good to be here, I thought it would be funny to say it's not good to be here.
It's not good to be anywhere.
I'd rather be at home.
But you do.
But the thing was, I remember watching it, and everyone laughing, going, "Oh, what a lovely take!" And I'm going, "No, I've known Sean. You've never heard him say something more more from the heart in your entire life. He's angry he left his lounge, let alone his house.
Absolutely.
Right? Even the journey from the sofa is annoying attrition. All right, this is the fact that he's here. I remember watching it, just laughing my guts out, thinking I've never heard him be more honest.
Today, you've been looking forward to this, but would you like? Because Sean's like, I'm really looking forward to it. But you still would rather be at home though, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? I said to Grace, my missus, I said to Grace last night, I said, this is the first time I've looked forward to the next day in ages. I actually look forward to this. Lovely.
How does she positive?
What?
Should we go to the park tomorrow? Yeah, fine. A week later. Do you know what? Tomorrow's the first day I've looked forward to in ages. She's gone through every single thing you planned together going, shit.
It was our anniversary a fortnight ago, Sean.
Where's your happy place? I know it's maybe the bath, but where do you you're most happy?
Oh, did I say the bath last time?
Yeah.
Massage.
Have
I said that wrong?
No.
No.
No. It wasn't the
we say,
mispronunciation.
lad.
Yeah, massage.
Yeah. Take your gillets off, lad.
Get a massage.
Yeah. Because I'm going to give you a hand job.
A job's a taxi.
Massage, walking.
Walking is a happy place.
Walking around West London with a nice coffee. That's it. I'm
nice.
fucking dull. I've not drank now 3 years. I am fucking dull. I realised all the stuff that I loved doing when I was shit-faced, I had to get shit-faced to love doing. It turns out that I don't love doing any of the stuff that I was doing shit-faced. I just like walking and being quiet.
Do you hate
I love a
audiences more
massage.
now you don't drink?
Do I hate them more? I don't hate the audiences.
Not hate them more, but like, do you
I don't hate the audience.
But if someone comes up to you at the end of a gig and they're drunk, right, as invariably they will do, to chat to you, when you were a drinker, did you have a bit of empathy for them that you've now lost because you're not drinking?
No,
Good question.
It's a very good question, but no, you don't lose any empathy. You want everyone to have a good time.
I hated them before, and I still do. I hated them pissed, and now I despise them sober. Next question.
I think. Do you know what? I can't remember. Audiences terrify me. I think I'm a quite unique comic in that whenever I speak to any other comedian, they're never as scared of the audience as I am. I've never met anyone that's as petrified of the audience as I am.
Well, most comics have spent 20 minutes or more telling a room full of people that they're lesser than them. So once you get off and meet them, you feel like you have some kind of inherent leftover superiority. So it's odd to be scared of that.
It absolutely, they just terrify me.
So more so since you've quit the boozing, are you hype? Are you even more aware?
Do you know what? I don't want to bring it. I don't want to bring it to this. But but here it is. Is since Strictly Come Dancing, and at the amount of hatred that was put my way, once people that you've never met have made you feel like that, it's very difficult. And obviously I've had lots of therapy and blah, 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 and under the medication and all the shit. It's very difficult to rewire your brain to before a place when... So I did the Royal Albert Hall.
Back to some innocence.
I did the Royal Albert Hall, a big charity gig, a nice one, with like Rob Beckett and Romesh and Tom Allen. And before they wanted me to open, and I honestly fucking freaked myself out. I went, I really don't think I should open this. I said, this is a mainstream audience. They've not seen me since Strictly. They don't know what's happened. The last thing they've heard is that I'm a cunt and then I was gone. And then I'm coming back out. They don't know if they're meant to like me. Like my tour, that's different. But this is a big gig. Tom Allen, these are BBC One comics. And I'm going out. And then Rob and Joel were going, oh, they love you. I had a proper panic. I left the building. I walked. I'm fucking 5,000 people. This is what I couldn't get this out of my head. Going, we hate you. We hate you. And I was just like... in
5001, I was there.
But that just... I couldn't get out of my head. And everyone's trying to calm you down. And all you can hear is 5,000 people go, we hate you. And you're like, I can't fucking do this. And I went back and I said, you've just got to leave me alone. I'll go out, but I'm now gone. I can't talk. I'm gone. And then luckily my agent came in and looked at me and went, there's no fucking way he's opening the show. Because I was just in bits. And I don't think I was like that before Strictly. I think I was up for. But once you've felt that, you can't unfeel it. It's fucking terrifying.
Right.
PTSD.
Holy shit.
There you go.
That's something we can't ever imagine, though.
Honestly, yeah.
You can't imagine.
That makes me want to walk around West London with a coffee.
Exactly. It does, a massage, anywhere where I can shut a door and be locked away from like the world is where I feel
Just
safe.
one masseuse going, I fucking hate you. But they use the anger, like, oh, get in there.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, sing.
I asked Adam, do you give feedback during massages? As in, like, verbal?
Are you silent?
That is a great
Are you a silent masser? Or
Are you like,
chatty masser?
or like you take it good or bad?
Such a good question.
You're not allowed to make noises like that. You're not allowed to go,
No, you're allowed to go, oh, that's nice, or like, ow.
Do you?
I don't, but I wish I did.
me bollocks.
Because it's such such a social
You've hurt me, Ilbow.
it's such a social thing to give feedback. If you're talking, I'll nod and go, yeah. But when someone's doing something like that and you lie there in silence, I'd be thinking about his hair. Does he like this or not? So I'm always thinking to go, I do like this, by the way.
Oh, no, I just make sure at the end I always go, that was fantastic.
Do you not talk to them? Me and my...
Fuck off.
So are you
you.
silent?
I'm absolutely, and sometimes when they're going particularly hard, I don't want to make the noise.
That's what I mean, yeah.
So no. If they could see they should have a camera through that hole, so that you can see your face. Because I'm going like this.
Yeah.
I always think the hole looking down, that little face.
What? You don't make a noise, do you?
Me and Teresa, when
Shut
she does
up.
the massage, if she goes, if it ever hurts too much, we just worked out early doors. She was like, I want the pressure to be about 8 out of 10. If it ever gets
I've
7
never
out of 10,
understood this. I've never.
if she says if it gets to 8, let me know. So I go 8.
Oh,
8.
I'm right. Okay, so I get sports massage because I do a lot of endurance sports, and she says to me it should never hurt more than 7 out of 10. So I will ask you how much it hurts out of 7, and I always go 6.8. Yeah, 6.8. And she just says her life is just a series of 6 point whatevers, right? Because nobody ever wants to say it's too hard, rein it in. But everyone wants to say.
I'm like,
everyone
9,
wants to say.
9, 9, like a German abuse victim. 9, 9, 9.
I have never understood when you are filling out a form to do with pain at the doctors if you're ill, and they go, how much does it hurt from 1 till 10? How do I know? Is 10 death? Is 10 death? If 10 is dead, how do I know what it's like to be nearly dead? I've never been dead. I can't know what 10 is.
10 is the worst thing you've ever experienced pain in your life.
But,
which they sometimes ask you.
but I don't know if
You might have had a
I
lovely
don't know
life.
if the worst pain I've felt is the worst pain anyone has felt. What do I know?
you're shouting
10 is
Yeah.
5,000 people going, we hate you, Seann.
That is terrifying. That's terrible. No,
His
that's,
agent comes in, take him down to an 8. Yeah.
oh God.
Off the curb have to be at every massage. What are you wearing, Sean?
What's the most pain you've been in? 1 to 10.
What, during a massage?
No. Anything. Life. What is the most pain you've been in? 1 to 10. How can you answer it? Doesn't make any sense. The question doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I know, but I know what excruciating pain is.
What is it?
When I had my toenail removed.
I've had that as well. Have you got 9 toenails? Or
I-
did it grow back?
Right, I have 9.2 because where they put in the poison or whatever to kill the nail bed, they didn't put it in.
Nail bed, yeah.
So I have 9 toenails and then one. It's like he's desperately on my big toe where there was an ingrown toenail. I've got this like weird lump that goes back like how could be a toenail.
So they put that in mine, and I've got no toenail.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
None.
No, No, we don't.
It.
No, it's too relaxed.
All right, that is too relaxed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
not with the way you've been
I mean,
sitting.
it would freak Sean out so much. Just your posture has freaked him
So,
out.
yeah, so
let alone your warped toe. Like,
So so that was in my top as well.
So-
Pliers, clamp,
3
and pull.
Fuck off.
right?
Yeah, it's like
They
torture.
gave me
They put in a
an
local
injection.
anesthetic, but the shock to the system from it is so great that when I screamed, people walking past in the street through a closed double glazed window apparently looked up to work out what was going on. I went through walls.
Yeah.
That's how bad
The
it
fire
was.
brigade turned up.
Unbelievable. It was so
they
bad.
gave me an injection in my toe. It was GCSE results day back in '97. Shout out. And
1997.
Yeah, 1997.
WrestleMania 12.
Exactly. I
13.
nearly said that.
Sorry,
I
WrestleMania
mean,
30.
a lot of people.
Weird talent.
Yeah,
That's how I measure
When did
time.
Lady
My
Diana
first
die?
gig.
Oh, WrestleMania 12. Yeah, WrestleMania 12.
That's such a weird talent.
Yeah. Thank you for calling it a talent.
And the way you said that, it sounded like WrestleMania 12 was your first gig.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a treat,
yeah,
yeah.
What WrestleMania was the streak ended?
WrestleMania 30.
That's amazing.
Just to let you know what pain I'm in now, 10.
WrestleMania
Talking about
10.
WrestleManias. Go back. I'm at 9.
Go on.
Yeah, I don't know, because people are going to feel squeamish, but as a child, 16-year-old, they were like, okay, this is what they're doing, the injections. And I was like, but that's more, like it felt like the injection went in my toe and came out the other side. It was like, and then the real pain started. That felt like a 10.
What did you do to it?
Yeah.
It was an ingrown toenail.
Oh,
Because I was 15 and I had the ingrown toenail for over a year. But what do you do at school when you're 15? You just play football.
Yes.
Constantly. I'm not totally useless on my left foot. Don't get me wrong, I'm not great. Because during that year, I had to start kicking I had to start shooting with my left side because I had an ingrown toenail on my right.
So the most you've
Are you
paid...
two-footed because of pain?
No, I'm not. That's an overkill, but like,
okay.
I would have always been right. Like Jermaine Pennant.
But hang on, the most pain you've been... the most pain you've been in was at 16 years of age.
Yeah, I've had a hard life, man.
I think I
No, that's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Really?
That means since
That's
you're 16,
amazing.
nothing's been that
You've
painful.
never felt that pain since 16. That's not the right way round. How old were you?
Well, the worst pain that was high for me. The worst pain for me ever was when the nerve blockers came off when they drilled steel screws into my collarbone. So that was.
Yeah,
Have you
okay.
seen this?
Well, I don't know if you've played this game
Oh,
before, but
good.
Stephen wins.
Yeah, it's
Stephen
Want to
wins.
see it? Want to see it? This is all metal. From the
Stop
neck
trying
all
to
the way
get,
down.
Stephen, stop trying to get naked on our podcast.
Stop stripping.
We know you're
I've
from
never
Brighton.
done a podcast with a camera.
Well, things are like Brighton. This is how you become the king of Brighton. Want to see where? This is where I was in pain.
What strange strip? Do you want to see my toe or my collarbone?
Collarbone. This is it.
Fucking Adam Hills.
Yeah, out comes the leg.
Yeah, and then he wins.
Do you know the funny thing is, you always say that before you do it, the leg out to say, he goes, I don't normally do this. I don't think I've ever seen him not do it.
Adam, but if you don't know what we're talking about, Australian comedian Adam Hills
Monoped Adam
only has-
Hills, one of the best
has
comics.
one.
Is that what it's called? Monoped?
Yeah, monoped, yeah.
So what happens if you've got two legs?
You're biped,
Duoped?
like all of
Bi-
us. We're
duoped,
bipeds.
biped.
We're all
Biped.
bipeds.
We're all bipeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from Adam Hills.
Only Adam Hills.
And in fact, to be fair, it's only from the knee, isn't it? So he's kind of got 1.4.
God, we love it. We love a decimal, don't we, on this particular podcast? Right.
There we go.
Let's call a little intervalle. Everyone in pain? Anyone in pain?
1 to 10.
Yeah, what have you got?
I reckon I'm constantly at 3.
Pussy. All right, guys, want to tell you about our sponsor, Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix are revolutionising the way people shop for clothes. You go up to stitchfix.co.uk/word. That lets them know that we sent you. You set up your profile. You tell them the type of clothes that you're into, and they start sending you stuff based on what you've chosen. So you don't have to go scrolling through for ages, finding each individual stuff. They'll send you a box full of clothes. You try them all on at home, and everything you want to keep, you keep. Everything you don't want, you send back for a full refund.
You usually pay £10 styling charge, but listen up. It's in the script. Because we have a special offer for you. Sign up and schedule your first delivery using stitchfix.co.uk/word, and the styling charge for your first order will be waived. They've waived the styling charge, guys.
Hoodies.
So now you can try Stitch Fix online styling service for free.
T-shirt.
Get started today at stitchfix.co.uk/word to try Stitch Fix's personal styling service for free. Again, that's stitchfix.co.uk/word. And if you keep all 5 items, how much do you get off? How many percent?
I don't know.
5?
10?
20%. 20% off. That is stitchfix.co.uk/word.
Go there today and fix your stitches.
I don't know. The old Portsmouth face. Just
Looking good, Sean. I didn't mention it before.
If that's not the thumbnail, then you've disappointed me.
I don't know if anyone knows. Just want to reiterate, we are sponsored by Sneak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, Sneak, the energy drink Sneak. Something that I'm quite into.
All right.
But just wanted to let you know. All right, so if you order it in the creator code, use word 10, and for a discount code, the first 50 of the month will get 10% off. Use code word 10. That's just for the audio listeners. Let's do a would you rathers. Should we do some would you rathers?
Mama like that. Mama like that.
Luke Han says, would you rather start every conversation for the rest of your life with, hey, fuckface, or end every conversation with, haha, just kidding? By the way, would you rathers are all powerful, they last forever, and you cannot say, neither.
No, of course. Me or Stephen? Who's going?
Everyone.
Everyone. Well, no, you're just going with, haha, just kidding. Let's just straight up.
Okay, what about if you get married?
Yeah, you never you'll never.
I will. Haha, just kidding.
Why do you say I will?
Because it's I will, it's not I do. No one said that I do, that's a fallacy. You say I will.
If you ever get accused of murder, there's no way of defending yourself.
In court.
Did you kill that person? No.
No.
Just kidding. I think hey fuckface could be a thing. You know, like
meeting the in-laws.
You know, like Paul Chowdhury's is what's happening, white people?
What's happening, white people?
Yeah.
What's happening, white people?
Yeah.
What about meeting the in-laws?
Mine's hey fuckface. I don't know. You're going strong.
Hey fuckface.
Are you going to take your daughter out, please?
You're not going to get a huge amount of work, are you? When you're going for a meeting, something like that. We're really excited to have you on this project. I think, you are going to be the great figurehead for this new charity. Hey, fuckface.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for coming in.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then it'd be like,
I think as a comedian, it's the best, job to have hey fuckface as a. Go on, sorry, Carl, I interrupted you.
well, the caveat to that, or the other ones that would be, oh, I love your brand. I'd very like to work with you. Just kidding.
Haha, just kidding.
Yeah. Hey fuckface. I think, would it just shock people? They would be so shocked that they would think that.
Yeah, you do banter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is it a thing? Am I part of a thing?
No.
So it's probably a thing. I think some of them would then start their sentences with hey fuckface. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Absolutely, it's ha just kidding, because what you can do is add to the end of every sentence the opposite of what you actually meant, and then put a ha just kidding. And then so what you could say is like, do you know what?
Classic
I absolutely love.
Stephen.
No, hang on a second. I'd love to support this charity. They've been very close to my heart. These sort of children need our support, and I love them very much. I think they should be run over by a train. Ha just kidding. And then what you do is you put in the opposite of what you mean. You put in just kidding at the end of it. Jesus. It becomes tiresome very quickly, but at least you don't mean the opposite of what you said.
This is what I'm talking about. OCD in action. Sat right there. Would you rather this is for you, Sean, take this seriously. Work in Marks and Spencer's for 3 months exclusively on the returns desk, or do 6 months jail time in a low security prison with a pre-sentencing assurance of no bum rape?
Assurance. So I just like that so judge saying that as well. This minor crime, no bum rape.
No record. No record? Does the record get wiped?
Okay, so it's one of those weird 6 months jail things where it's like, you've been great. You get expunged for good behaviour.
Who wouldn't pick prison? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
My wife would be so annoyed if she found out that instead of working at a Marks and Spencer's, which is honestly there's a big one, 10-minute drive from us. No. 12 minutes.
Where's
and it's got loads of parking.
Where's the nearest prison to you? What's the easiest commute? She's got to visit you.
Yeah, she does. Fresh meat. I'd take the jail time.
Yes! See, folding. Would you have to fold the clothes at returns? Oh, you might not. If you don't have to fold the clothes,
that's the only issue. Only issue is dealing with annoying old women.
You thought people in the Albert Hall hated you. I mean, Christ.
It's a queue of
people coming to tell you why they hate you.
Oh, it's a line of Karens.
Oh,
this doesn't fit.
Yeah, but for me, it's the folding the clothes. That in TK Maxx.
I haven't got the card I paid on.
Oh.
Where were you? I've been waiting here ages.
When I worked at TK Maxx, I was so nervous about folding clothes that when it got to suits, no one showed me how to fold a suit. I didn't know. I was like 16 or whatever. And someone put down a suit and I just leant in. They must have thought this was so weird. Have I told you this?
No.
I leant in and I said, listen, if I detag this, if you fold it and put it in the bag, I'll let you go through.
You gave him a free suit?
Yeah, so that I just didn't have to fold it.
I'll give you 100% discount if you let me just ball this up and put it in a bag. You can steal this legally, just so I don't have to.
What did they say?
Yeah, all right then. They were so confused. But they didn't understand my anxiety of I didn't want to be seen not knowing how to fold a suit. That just petrified me. So I just said, look, I'll give you this for free if you fold it and put it in the bag.
Prison sounds so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. Just sit down, no rape. It's just bed. You basically said.
It's a well-known fact to working at TK Maxx. I'm not they're against it. They're against it.
No. But if but that question, what that question actually says is, do you want to work or do you just want to lie in bed for 6 months? Lie in bed for 6 months. That's what it is. That's what the question actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no lovely walks in the West End of London with a coffee.
There's the yard.
There's the yard. Yeah. Fine.
Fuck retail.
That'll do.
So you've gone for the comedy answer, and once again, it looks like the two of you
Comedy
have had your
answer.
little,
It's not a
you've had your
comedy
little
answer.
chat.
It's not a comedy answer.
It's prison. It's prison.
But there's no record, and I don't get bum raped.
Low security. Come on, it's mainly library.
Okay, fine. So it's like an open prison then, so it's not so bad.
No, it's a cat C.
It's a cat C, so you've got to stay in.
What's cat C?
You can't leave.
Can't leave.
Oh no, you can't leave.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's not just a fucking.
It's still prison.
Yeah, but there's a court.
But like, you could work on the returns desk and you still got the weekends, you still got your evenings, you can still see your family and stuff like that. Or, I mean, you might not want to, but
It's just selling it.
But there is a key thing in that question that makes me take the prison option, and that there's an insinuation there that working on the returns desk might involve bum rape. So it's for that reason, because it didn't say returns desk with no bum rape. So as far as I'm concerned, if you get bum rape for 3 months because you took the M&S option, you would feel so gutted. And like, Dan, Sean, how are you? Do you know what? We've had a really refreshing 6 months in prison. What about you? Can't sit down.
Yeah. Just return after return. Wow. I don't want the money back on my card.
None of you know what prison's like. I get to lie down for 6 months. That's not prison. They wake you up at 6 a.m.
Tell us about prison, Carl.
Never been. But
Yeah, exactly.
They wake you up. You don't just let you lie in bed. You wake up.
Low security sounds nice though, doesn't it?
Hang on, what? They wake you up?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Just so they can look at you and keep an eye on you.
Shut up. No, they don't.
And your door stays
You can't have a lie-in.
No.
My understanding of low security is that it's a nice time and you come out with a B-Tech.
Yeah.
Sixth form?
Yeah, that's true.
No, you can't have a line though. They've got you up at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why do they wake you up? That is just
Because
mean.
it's prison.
Because it's meant to be.
It's a punishment.
Me, I know I broke the law, but this is uncouth.
What do you think?
Like
What do you think the point of prison is?
What's the
This is a
point?
deep question. What do you think the purpose of
To
prison
not get
is?
raped at Marks and Spencer's.
No
Mainly.
purpose. Do you think it's to be punished or to learn or?
Oh, very good. I think punished.
There's 4 reasons for
So that's
prisons.
why they wake you up early.
Fair. Then do you know what? Fair enough.
Go on, Stephen. What
The
the
4
fuck?
reasons of prison
Fair
are
enough.
to be punished, deterrent, to keep you away from society if you're arrested them, and to
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitate you.
Yeah, to get
So it's got to do all those 4 things.
And to get a
So-
B-Tech in hospitality management.
So if you have a lie-in, then it's not a deterrent because people will go, "Oh, I'd love a lie-in." So they've got
That's
to make
what
it
he
deliberately
said.
difficult.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds like the fucking Daily Mail.
It wouldn't be a deterrent because you're just not paying bills or cooking food for 6 months.
Yeah,
Everyone's just
exactly.
gone to prison.
Yeah. I
It's
have.
got to be it's got to be a not nice environment.
Sounds better than some of the hotels I've stayed in during my 20-year comedy career.
That sounds like a fair point.
Um,
If you've been in the Big Sleep in Cardiff, there's
We
a
do-
large part of
yeah,
you that thinks,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Shoplifting wouldn't have been this bad.
we do day release. Can I do night release? Just a 20-minute drive. I'm wearing your fucking prison overalls. Well, he's dressing up for prison, but down for the king.
Oh, did you see me? Did you see me message in the group the other day?
Yeah,
Which one?
it's a great one.
Yeah.
One that was dead good.
I wanted to get a death row pen pal
Right.
for the podcast.
Oh yeah, I saw that and ignored it.
Why?
But you want to write to someone in America?
I want us to have a pen pal on death row as a podcast, and we write to them once a month.
Cool.
Do they write?
Definitely.
The thing about those podcasts is at least they've got a definitive end.
Hello.
Yeah,
Because the problem with
Hello,
most
Carl.
podcasts is they just
Thanks
keep
for your
going
letter.
on. You know, at what point does it jump the shark? At what point does every podcast start going downhill? That one only goes up and up and up
and
and
then
ends.
I think it'd be great because you'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm on." Like, it's
That is a great idea.
By the way, I've got a great story that I would never normally tell, but this is the sort of podcast for it. To do with the fact that I had a friend who worked for the Brighton Argus, quite well-known local newspaper in Sussex, and she got contacted by women saying, "Look, I've been given a terminal diagnosis of a terminal condition.
Yeah, this
I've
is
got
the
2
bad
kids on
fellas,
respite,
yeah.
And I've always wanted to write a column for a newspaper. I've only got a few months left. Would it be possible for me to write a weekly column just about my experiences and everything and how I'm trying to be positive for everything that's going on? And they said, yep, okay, absolutely. So the first column in, it's just written really badly. And they said, look, okay, fine, we're going to have to do a little bit of editing on this. So they handhold her a bit, and goes, it's a bit point, and we'll just edit it ourselves and put whatever. And the next week, and she goes, and then things have gone a bit downhill. My diagnosis is not very good. And then the third week one, it was like kind of like this might actually be my last column. They're thinking, oh, this is quite tragic, but it's getting a lot of traction, and this is a good thing for us to have done anyway. Fast forward to about a 20th column, and she's still not dead. And they're putting out this column, and she's going, I think this is going to be our last week. I think this is going to be our last week. And at some point, one of the editors got to pick up the phone to her and tell her that we've actually got to end the column because we thought it was going to be a short-term thing.
Because you've not died.
Because you've not
Hurry up and die.
And she was given the job of phoning her up. They were just drawing lots at the newspaper to have the job of phoning her up and telling her she couldn't.
I honestly think the less cringy way of dealing with that is when she sends in a 21st column, the person editing it goes, everything's dark now and I can't see anymore, but there's a light, and as I press send, and so that poor woman gets to read about her own death.
The end of it just like sat on the keyboard, just like
keep it tight, just do a 20.
So the death row pen pal.
I think it'd be fucking as a podcast.
Write it. You find the murderer.
Okay.
You find the murderer.
No paedophiles.
Have a final word podcast.
No paedophiles.
No paedophiles.
No, definitely no paedophiles.
Oh, you're right.
But the thing is, though,
it's a
they're
good
on
rule,
death row.
that, isn't it?
Whatever you're going to be on death row for, you've got to imagine it's something that is beyond the pale of
murder. I don't mind talking to murderers.
So they just
what would be the thing that you'd be put on death row for that would be the least offensive?
They didn't want to work at
crime?
Marks and Spencer's for 2 years.
I don't think that's.
For some reason, murder seems like
Arson.
the okay.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Arson. I think.
Yeah, but arson that leads to murder.
Yeah, but the thing about it is
No one's going on death row for arson.
They would if you killed a load of people while you're doing it.
yeah, I think, but there's.
Yeah, but you can always just, what it's like. Anyone started a fire, like you're at camp or something like that, it just gets a bit out of hand really quickly.
I've not been to camp.
Is
Who's
this
been to camp?
gives off the vibe of a kid who definitely set some fires.
Is this hiding in plain sight?
Yeah.
Right, Grant, what are you doing with all that kindling? Shut up, you fucking grass. One more would you rather. Tim Pritchard says, wag wag lids. Got it. By the way, Sean, it's wag wag.
Wag wag.
Okay, just
Sorry.
for your pronunciation.
Just to be clear.
So you don't end your career twice. Got a would you rather for you?
Twice.
Got a would you rather for you. Would you rather every time you have sex, Roy Hodgson is lying in the bed next to you in his undies, stroking your head and whispering encouragement into your ear? Or every time Roy Hodgson has sex, you have to lie in his bed with him in your undies, stroke his head and whisper encouragement to him. Let's assume both you and Roy have the same amount of sex per week. Fucking love the pod and buzzing to see Adam's tour show in Leeds in June. That's from Tim Pritchard.
It's like a big owl, isn't it?
For the people who don't know, if you were going to put in a reference of a football manager, for some reason, Roy Hodgson is the most comedic. Because he's old, but
isn't he older
nice.
Isn't he older than the Bernabeu?
And he has a weird speech impediment.
I think he is older than the Bernabeu.
Older
than the
Roy
Bernabeu.
Hodgson.
Yeah, I think he's only 10 years younger than sliced bread. Genuinely,
could
not even messing.
Could you just pop Roy Hodgson in?
He's in now. There he is.
He's older than Dubai.
What WrestleMania was he born?
Oh Christ!
Yeah, there was no. Yeah.
Before WrestleMania.
He hasn't had sex in decades. I know
BW.
the caveat is that, but
I think that caveat ruins it because I was going to go, I'll be with Roy.
yeah,
You know.
What's
Mrs. Hodgson? Mr. Hodgson?
let's see his wife. How old do you reckon his wife is?
How old is Roy Hodgson? Can you give us a year? Is it 20?
He's 74 years old.
All right, okay, so it's.
Watch this. How old is he?
We're going to Google it now.
I'm going to go 78.
Roy Hodgson is 74.
Shut up!
Yeah.
End the pod!
How did you know
Yes,
that?
because
I
I
didn't-
fucking slept next to Roy Hodgson as he bangs Mrs. Hodgson. And I tell you what, he is a vigorous lover for his age. Oh, God. And you know what he does when he fucks his wife? He literally he remembers Inter Milan, late 90s Inter Milan, going,
Oh, darling, I has Ronaldo up front and Djorkaeff and Ince as a midfield commander.
His wife is 51.
good on you, Roy. Okay, good on you, Roy. WrestleMania?
Well done. Okay.
61.
Right.
Younger than Dubai.
Let me go
Do you think that's his,
new
do you think he's
feature.
got? Do you think on Roy Hodgson's Tinder, he's just got one button marked "Younger than Dubai." So slap that, bang, out come the list.
Hey, she get it as well.
For me, it would be a near impossibility, both because as a Brighton fan, lying next down to the Palace manager would be a thing of genuine horror.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But also their caveat they put on that question was immense, which was that they both have the same amount of sex. Because I was thinking, absolutely, stroke his hair while he's having sex. It will be once every 4 months. But
Right,
apparently-
okay, let me tell you about my married life. Anyway, shall we do...
Wait, do you still get to have sex? Do you still get to have sex even if you're watching him have sex and stroking him?
Yeah.
No, he's either stroking your hair while you do it, or you're stroking his hair while he does
But if
it.
you're stroking his hair whilst he does it, are you still allowed to have sex out in your life?
I love how seriously you're taking this, would you
Oh,
rather?
he's not
Yes,
wrong.
you are.
No, that's a genuinely
And
brilliant
And it's
question.
Roy
Yeah.
Hodgson free.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then 100.
He's a big lovely owl.
Absolutely.
He is.
He's a rambunctious little sausage.
Imagine it became part of your kind of your reaction. That after a while you couldn't get it up unless Roy Hodgson was stroking your head. Like this, a little bit. Do you know what? He's been stroking my head for 6 months now. That without him, I just don't feel like I can achieve full chumescence.
Your partner would much rather come in on you watching porn before sex than flicking through some fucking Match magazine.
He's a sad.
Match magazine. Well, that's not still a magazine, is it?
It is.
Can we do some other words?
Fucking play. You can play songs over me talking.
With Adam and Dan. The guests can't hear the music because they're not wearing cans. This was supposed to be the whole podcast, but we fucking love Roy Hodgson. We are going to do some have a words.
Okay.
People are whinging. People want help. Let's do it. This is from Chris B. Please, can you have a word with my wife, who since the energy crisis price hike has, I swear, started using more bastard energy than ever. Lights on, heating on all day, in April, in an energy crisis. I realise this might seem like I've just gone a bit mental because it's all so fucking expensive all of a sudden, but I still think it's her, not me. Although it has spun my head. Fuck you, Eon. That's from Chris B.
Topical.
Well,
That's it.
I'm with you, Chris, because it's not been fun, has it? I don't know how your energy. I got a letter from Eon that was just like, it's going to be 3 times more now, and that's that.
I haven't.
There was no haggling. There was no.
I've lived in my
tariffs.
house since February, and I haven't spoke to the energy supplier yet.
Okay.
The cost of living crisis.
Fuck, don't worry about that. If it's free.
The lights are still on, and the heating's. When they contact me and give me a big bill, I'll pay it.
Do you know, sometimes you're very grown up, and then other times I can tell you're best mates with Adam.
Hey, unless they come with a fucking bailiff, Daddy's not paying that
I'll
shit.
take the bath away.
I have just stacks and stacks of letters. It's just letters. The corridor is just letters for me.
Yeah.
It's a feature on his social media.
Yeah.
Sean opens his post.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Every few months.
And,
I
and Jim, by
open
the way, you know
post.
when you go onto an Instagram story and the little white lines at the top are practically full stops because there's like 30 of them back to back.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh look, Sean's opening his post.
Yeah.
Because there's that many envelopes.
Every few months. Every few months, I open my post for the audience, for the people, and they get to watch. And they get to watch me just have low, and I open it and there's red writing, and you go, oh fuck, I haven't paid this. And then the bailiffs are coming round, and I have to call them and go, oh no, don't come round, it's all right, I've got the money, I just don't open my letters.
That low security prison is,
Yeah.
on the cards. Isn't
You
it?
are Adam.
Yeah. Stephen,
I
you give off the vibe of a man that has a direct debit set up before it's even needed.
I got into it. I was with Bulb. That was the biggest one that went bust.
Never heard of it.
It was, yeah, well, there
Never
you go.
heard of it.
They were one of the
Did you?
energy suppliers. And I knew it was happening about 4 weeks beforehand, so I phoned them up and went, because they kept upping up my direct debit and then just
Hang on,
making
wait.
more and more.
You phoned them.
I phoned them and I said, mate, this is about to
fuck
go to
is
shit.
that?
Can you give me all the money that's in credit in the account now? Because it's my money. You've taken 800 quid to sat and basically to give you a cash flow because it's all going to shit. Stop it, give it back. So they paid me back and then they went bust. It literally happened
Because
a
of
week
you.
later and I feel like I tipped them over the
you
edge.
took all of it.
But I drive an electric car, and trust me, when they told me what my new direct debit was going to be, that needed a bit at the bottom saying, and we can't guarantee no bum rape. Because the level of electricity I have to pay for because I have an electric car is off the scale.
Oh, apparently that's what energy suppliers can do now. They can just send you a letter saying it's going to be 3 times more, and you can't do anything about it because it's a cabal and everyone's doing it. There's no alternative. If they'd have thrown in bum rape at the end, what would you have done?
I would have said
It's three times more, and you have to be bum rape. Well, try ringing bulb. They've gone bust.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they literally would have taken a bulb.
Hey,
I mean, that's
if
how bad it would
anyone,
have been.
listen, I know some dealers from back in the day. If anyone wants to start dealing gas and electric, I will buy it off some dodgy fucking Dave's fucking energy.
So
plug it in, get a fucking extension cord.
has my energy gone up?
Yes.
Yeah, but
everyone's.
you'll find out about it in 6 or 7 months when it's,
I'm exactly the same.
your energy's not gone up because you aren't
I'm
paying
paid
it.
yet.
Sign up to patreon.com/haveawordpod because Carl is in debt and he does not realise.
Am I?
To be honest, Chris, you sound like a bit of a dad ball bag, but I think you're right.
Does she get baths lots? If she does, that might be a happy place. Get over it.
This is from Eve Pubis. It doesn't say pubis, but it looks like pubis. Pibis?
Pibus.
Eve Mons Pubis. Lids needs to have a word. My brother-in-law and his wife have just been telling us about this dog nonce they paid to come round to their house this week to help artificially inseminate their dog. They had their female dog, and then a guy brought round this male dog, and then this dog nonce. Then this dog nonce wanked off the male dog and collected his puppy juice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Puppy juice. Come on, Eve. Then my sister-in-law had to hold her female dog in a handstand position while the dog nonce pumped the good stuff into the female dog. So many questions. Is this even legal? Is there some kind of dog nonce register this woman should be on? Have a word, lads. Is this a real thing that people are doing out there with their dogs?
Why do you have to bring the other dog around to wank it off? Because you could just turn up with the actual
No,
sperm,
because
couldn't
he
you?
thinks the dog's sexy, so he gets up.
Is that what it is?
What?
You won't be able to get it up if there's no dog in the room.
I think once they got a camcorder out,
Right,
that's
there's
when
no
it goes
doggy
weird,
porn,
innit?
is there?
Exactly.
Or maybe there is.
Why can't the dog just have sex with the other dog? Why does he have to be the middleman?
Because there's not been consent.
I feel like he's invented this middleman.
There's not been.
Things have changed.
I don't
Carl.
think this sounds.
Open your mail sometime. Have you not got the dog consent letter?
This is not legal. There's no way that's legal.
He's wanking dogs off.
You can't-
Especially if it's
He's
on.
wanking dogs off. He's wanking dogs off.
If it's on OnlyFans.
What kind of careers guidance meeting did that guy have before he embarked on that job? Do you think he went for everything? What, carpentry? No, he can't do this. What about delivery work? No, I'm just not very good at driving. Have you got a skill that you could possibly monetize?
Well, I can wank things off, but I'm very small.
No, he shook his hand and went, "Oh, you've got really soft hands. You should wank dogs off for money." He wanks dogs off for money.
Hell of a careers guidance chat that is. Lovely soft hands. Do you moisturise?
Also, dog
Do you like dogs?
Dog wanking service is only one letter out from a perfectly normal job. I mean, there is a very real chance it was just a typo.
It's just
I mean, because loads of people do
is
dog walking service. Right? All you have to do is throw an N in there, and before you know it, you've got to see the job through. We paid for the sign.
That could be true.
That is a very good point.
It might be a people pleaser. I was like, shit, I want to wank this dog off. And he wanted to walk it.
Yeah.
Just
You know when you buy your own domain, and you just thought, oh look, dogwalkingservice.com has gone. Hasn't gone, and it has. But you put dog wanking by mistake.
And once you bought the domain, you've
Well,
got to do the job.
You've got to see it through.
I mean, that's the rules of domains, isn't it? Christ, I've been on GoDaddy and I've spent £20 for the next 2 years. Wank, wank, wank.
I don't know why the dog just couldn't do it itself. Why is
No,
he
I
the
still can't
middleman?
think why the dog couldn't mount the other one.
Why is he the middleman?
What, are we the only creature? No, us and monkeys. Are we the only creatures that can masturbate?
Thanks for looking at me for that, Sean.
No,
I
think-
thought
of course
you would
not.
know.
A wanking
of course
question for
dogs
Dan.
masturbate.
What?
They drag themselves across the carpet. That's why they're doing it, to masturbate, to make themselves feel good. No, we're the only creatures that do it for use sex as a method of payment. Us and bonobo
Payment?
chimps.
Bonobo monkeys, yeah.
Bonobo chimps as well.
Do you mean to say payment?
Payment, yeah, absolutely.
No, sorry.
As a form of trade.
There are bonobo monkey prostitutes.
Yeah.
Effectively, yeah.
Stop it.
I'm not making this up, am I?
Are you talking? You are.
No, I'm not. What it is that they would say, look,
Brighton's a different world, isn't it?
I know.
You've got all the bananas and the fruit. I would like some fruit. What would it take? You wank me off. And that's what happens in the bonobo monkey world.
Right, I've googled
Shut
what animals mutually masturbate.
Monkey hookers.
Oh,
That sound like the
Those
Alan
dirty-
Partridge TV idea.
bonobo monkeys.
just go with tennis.
Go on.
I think we're the only animals who mutually masturbate. So like
Yeah, each other, yeah.
after
Yeah, but bonobo monkeys have got a bonobo monkey red light district that I'd love to see.
yeah.
Love it.
But
Where are bonobo monkeys from?
but cats, dogs, Squirrels, male deer, rhinoceri, boar, and male monkeys all masturbate.
Carl, this is for the plural of rhinoceros. Rhinoceri. Hey, what, you didn't answer my question, but I like you a little bit more. Next, have a word. I'm enjoying. Let's whipping through.
Rhinoceroses.
Rhinoceroses. Tortoises. Tortoise. Toy.
Shut up, toy.
If you've got more than one tortoise, what have you got? You've got a whole load of tortoise.
Tortoises.
That's what you think. Kate, do you know tortoise are the only animal that dance for money? So, Kate, have you never... Ooh, look at her. She's coming out of her shell.
Willingly.
Oh, geez.
Kate from Telford says... I love the silence where everyone was listening. Kate from Telford, can you have a word with my fella Shane? Our sex life is these are quality. Our sex life is decent. We're both quite confident sexually, but he's always fidgeting around my arsehole during foreplay or a shag. Now, this is coming from someone who doesn't object to a bit of bum play, but it's every time he's anywhere near me, straight for the arse, finger, tongue, or member. And frankly, I think it's overkill. Have a word for me, and hopefully he'll understand I need to ration out the ass play. Well, Kate, you
Mama
are a
like that.
phenomenal
Mama like
woman.
That.
And do you know, every time we get someone who writes in and they're intrinsically dirty, it makes me fancy them.
Yeah. He's just an ass man. He's an ass man.
Shane, leave Kate's bumhole alone.
No, but...
Leave her bumhole alone. She doesn't want you going anywhere near it.
Don't give advice in this voice.
Stop licking her bumhole.
How often is he licking it? He look nice to... Whoop. Like, you know... You look lovely in that dress. Whoop.
If she's cooking.
Are you ready for church? Whoop. If she's cooking.
If she's like mowing the lawn or cooking and he's had to lick her
She's
arsehole.
mowing the lawn
like,
and
"Get
he's
off."
trying to rim her. Yeah.
Strimmer and rimmer.
No, I honestly, a bit of ass play once in a while. It's like having a creme brulee.
Mutual
You don't
ass
want to
play.
do it every time you have a meal. You don't want creme brulee.
Is it mutual ass play though?
Well, I don't think there was any inference that he was pinning her down and...
No, mutual.
No, as in like her.
As in-
Is
yeah,
he
is-
getting anything
is
up his
he-
arse at the same time?
Oh, no, this...
No, I mean you, Dan.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Laura's absolutely... She's drawn a line at the gooch. Oh,
No, I will
drawn
not
a
cross
line.
this line.
Oh, that is a line in the sweaty sand. Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it to go snuffling for truffles. But she's absolute, and she's well within her right. I'm a 41-year-old man who uses too much sneak. And as we all saw on the Cinco de Mayo lockdown locking special, the snuffling for truffle days are gone.
No, not that night.
Honestly, there would be a medical warning with any lady that went anywhere near south of the gooch. I'd be like, madam, you're in a danger zone.
South of the gooch.
South of the gooch. Down risky ass way.
Bumhole. No to bumholes.
No, but occasionally.
No, stay away from my bumhole.
Maybe be like, you're a no to a bumhole.
Just stay away from my bumhole.
Just in terms of podcasting, or
just everywhere stay. Everyone stay away from my bumhole. That is my bumhole. Yeah, that's an out.
never enjoyed it.
No, that's for out, not for in.
Oh, you fucking traditionalist!
I know.
Christ, I didn't realise I was talking to a Puritan. Stephen, one finger or two?
Obviously, we're getting to the age now where the next finger that goes up there is probably going to be a trained medical professional to see whether I'm going to last long enough.
Oh, Dr. Singh.
Absolutely. Wow, found this. But but men have their G-spot up there, so it does seem like a travesty that it's not explored more. However, I have no interest. It is very much... I do not drive past a cul-de-sac going, I wonder what that would be like to drive down the wrong way. So as far as I'm concerned, it is absolutely a one-way street.
I'm telling you this. When Laura inevitably divorces me, my young ladyboy husband will... he's going to go right up the cul-de-sac.
Oh, do you ever do the... Do you ever... Yourself?
What? Oh, yeah. Oh,
A lot of men finger their own ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah. I'm like a Chinese finger trap, honestly. Get stuck there.
No.
Of course. Yeah, you cheeky little pokeball wank.
Yeah, but he's saying the G-spot's up
You know
there.
the G spot?
Yeah.
Up there.
I found loose change up there last time I was.
Can you get to it yourself?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm asking.
Well, you're asking, has he?
Sean.
But I'm saying, can you?
Yeah, of course.
Hang on, you can.
I'll give it a try.
Have you ever given it a try?
Yeah. I just run out of hand wash.
It does seem quite like difficult.
No,
And angles.
Yeah, and the reason I had a Pokeball wank the recent time I had one is because Adam is so adamant that once in a while they're great, and it was completely ruined. I had my finger up my own arse, and I thought about Adam Rowe. As I was fingering myself, I was like, oh my God, I thought of Adam. So even if my G-spot's there, it was like, no, sir. No, sir.
Is that true?
Yeah, because he talks about, not Sean, Adam talks about Pokeball wank so much. When I last had a Pokeball, honestly, he's on the mailing list for Pokeball Wank Weekly.
So you recently fingered your own arse and thought of Adam?
6 months ago. And then who popped into my head? Yeah.
Wow.
Jürgen said to
I'd
me,
never have sex ever again.
I know.
Cut my hand off.
Now, if anyone watching or listening has anything up their arse, they're going to think of Adam. And they're going to think of you thinking of Adam.
And if you come then, you'd wish it was Roy Hodgson instead.
That is only available to Patreons, I believe.
That's absolutely. That is a £10 tier.
That's blown my mind. Did you plan it? Or did it just slip up?
What do you mean? Got a picture of Adam out?
No, I mean, did you plan
Went
it?
on Google and searched.
You're like, I'm going to have a Pokeball monk later? Or were you just like,
Yeah.
How'd you plan it? What, put a towel out?
Was it...
One of the good ones.
Or was it you kind of, in the moment, you remembered, oh, I might put it up there? Or was it like, do you know what, later, I'm going to put it up there?
Oh, no, there was no planning. I'm a man of the moment, you know?
Just taken away by
I wasn't in the fucking Google diary, was it? I wasn't in my phone. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to finger my own arse today. Little emoji of Adam. Lad. No, it just happened. I was just in there. It was a warm night.
Just happened.
Oh, that's worse. Surely you'd want a cold night.
What?
Surely you'd want a cooler night.
Oh, it'd take longer. Well, this has gone weird. I listen. I don't know where you go from there.
A&E usually.
Yeah. I call pod. Anyone, gentlemen?
Yes.
Shall we call pod?
Call pod is call the end.
Time. Call pod.
Time, gentlemen, please. Call.
Stephen, thank you very much for coming all the way from your kingdom of Brighton.
I shall return that.
And see you next year for my tour show, which I'm really looking forward to doing at your new venue. That is the best venue and not the shithouse venue. And where can we find you? You've got your podcast.
Social media, stephengrant.com. And then the podcast, cyclistpod.com. Cycling.
They're like at Stephen Grant.
At Stephen C. Grant. Yeah, someone else got
Put your middle name in there.
Well, someone else got this Stephen Grant before. It's like a dance DJ. He's tweeted once in the last 7 years, and I sent him a message going, how much for the account? Never replied. Like, and it doesn't use it.
Yeah, at Dan Nightingale gets tagged a lot, and he's like, "Oh,
I've done that.
Come on, why does this keep happening?"
No, worse than that, the guy who owns stephengrant.com spelt with a V regularly gets mail, forwards it to me with a little, I think you should do this job, or this sounds quite interesting, or this bloke sounds like a dick, I wouldn't bother with this. So if you want to email me, but want somebody that you've never met, comment on your message before it's passed to me, mail at stephengrant.com with a V in it. But if you want to get straight to me, PH.
Sean, thanks for being our
Thank you very much
for being our guest co-host today. Where can we find you?
What at Seann WBG Walsh.
WBG Walsh. Your Victorian cricketer name. And here to bat is WBG Walsh.
At Seann Walsh. SEANN Walsh.
Follow me at Dan Has a Podcast. Adam will be back from Villarreal for the next Patreon special. If you're not a Patreon, do sign the fuck up. We are 39th biggest patron in the world. 38th biggest patron in the world.
No one's died.
My fucking balls. And
that's incredible.
danspreviews.com to see my list of previews. I'm on tour in autumn, dannightingale.com. And Adam is currently on tour. There are a few tickets left to his extra dates. It's Adam Rowe Comedy /live. I mean, he said it a million times.
Just go on Adam Rowe, and it just shows there.
It's in the description.
Google
Gentlemen,
Adam Rowe.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Godspeed.
Honoured.
If you ever finger your own bum, think of me. Get on me.